Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of Twitch land, slash YouTube land, slash whatever land. I am Jojo1025, the keeper of lore and fate for today's episode of Operation Cathedral, a Call of Cthulhu campaign story. And I am joined here by my wonderful cast, yet again. I hope that the wait was not too agonizing for y'all. But yeah, so we're back for our second episode. This is episode 2 of the Operation Cathedral series. So it's been roughly 2 weeks. And I think the investigators are really chomping at the bit to hit the next big thing. I'm not sure where that came from.
You know what? I am so sorry.
That's all good.
There's something weird about the new meeting, but I cannot mute my mic, but I can mute myself on the channel. So, my bad. Go on. Can't fix it.
You're fine. But yeah. So this is part of our Extra Life charity drive. We are so honored to be doing the spooky, scary stuff for the glory of sick children everywhere. Extra Life Charity is a wonderful charity organization that focuses on raising money for children in hospital to pay for things such as accommodations, treatment, and especially entertainment for children who are currently hospital ridden. Which entertainment is super important for kids like that because being stuck in bed, being stuck in hospital sucks, and they need something to keep their morale up because morale is pretty closely linked to recovery. So, but Extra Life is really good about getting things like game systems, getting books, getting sketch pads, the like into the hands of children who really do need it. So check down below in the doobly-doo and you'll find a link or a widget down below that will enable you to make a donation. Every little bit helps. We are on the road to $1,500 by December of 2020.
Woo! We can do it.
Yeah. So yeah, with that, let's say hello to our cast. Cast, how is everybody doing tonight?
Gucci, fam.
I'm not doing too badly. And how about yourself?
I am conscious.
I'm doing pretty good. Really excited to continue this journey. I have been boning up on Call of Cthulhu, listening to the session tapes. So, any of you are watching, you're awesome.
Wonderful. But yeah, so we are joined by our four investigators to resume Operation Cathedral. So just of course, though, I do have to put in front before we get started back into the madness. I do have to state for both recording and streaming purposes that this stream and the content covered by this series is rated R.
This shit getting dark, yo.
Yeah, there's a lot of material that may be covered that people may not be comfortable with. So I highly suggest viewer discretion. So just be warned about that. Also, a big shout out to the team that created Call of Cthulhu. We're on 9th edition?
7th.
I don't know anymore.
7th. D&D's on 5. Call of Cthulhu's on 7.
But also a big thank you to the Cultist Simulator team for creating Cultist Simulator the game and allowing me to make a Call of Cthulhu campaign based off it. Wonderful game. and it's definitely something to check out at some point. I probably will bring another Cultist Simulator playthrough back to the channel at some point when I have a little bit more time and sanity.
And you mean in sanity?
So.
Exactly.
Oh no, you need to play that game, Stone Cold Sane, or Hayes, you're not coming back.
Ooh.
That's how
Now you got
actual
me
cults are
curious.
made.
Yeah. So, but
Moving on.
who wants to do the recap?
Shit happened. We met each other. We went to the Smithsonian, wherein which I am not allowed in because fuck those people. It seems to be a running theme in my RPG life. I'm not allowed to go places, and people are rude to me for no damn good reason. And now we're outside, about to possibly be assaulted by a couple of big burly dudes. So we'll see how that goes. Well, Javel is not in there. Javel is inside still. So maybe. I don't know. I don't remember the exact details. We'll figure it out.
I know Riley was just coming out and she recognized the guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, so the. OBS because I was going to go back.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, which another thing I should say, I apologize if it sounds a little hinky. The headset mic decided to start throwing a problem, so I got a desktop mic, and I'm still figuring it out how it all works. So we'll just bear with me. So yeah, there was a couple things you glossed over.
Yeah.
Namely, the mission that you all have been assigned.
Yes, we have been recruited.
If you honestly
basically.
think Hunter knows what's going on at any point in time, you are sorely mistaken.
To recover the red staff.
Yes, to recover the red staff.
A class 4 artifact. I possibly had my hands on, but I had no idea of its real power, so.
Yeah, the Red Sceptre was definitely a concerning artifact that has gone missing, along with several other things. Namely, any artifacts that had crossed the hands of Dr. von Braun, who was a colleague of Investigator Zimmerman's. So, but yeah, so the investigative team has been charged with locating and securing the Red Sceptre. A very, very dangerous artifact, for sure, and one that can lead to quite a few complications down the line. So that is their current mission, as given to them by Red Stag, their handler. So, and just real quick, as part of this recap, why don't we have the characters introduce themselves once again for those tuning in?
Well, my name is Midnight Crow. I've worked very closely with the Red Stag, and I do know a thing or two about the Bureau.
Just
Zoe
one or
Zimmer-
two.
Oh.
Just one or two, not a lot. Just
one.
two things.
Yeah,
Most.
exactly two. One, don't mess with Red Stag. Two,
Don't talk about the red stag.
don't talk about the Bureau. That's all I know.
Perfect. I am Hunter Wallace. I do stuff. I build things. People don't like me for no reason. People are rude for no reason. I am a linguist and a machinist. Linguist first because that's the passion. Machinist by necessity because that's how you you make a living in a library basement. Yeah.
Well, I play Miss Riley Thompson, who is a bitchy business owner who was recruited unwillingly into this mission. And that's pretty much all you need to know about her, really. That's really all you need to know.
I am Zoe Zimmerman. I am a professor of lore. Would that be a fairly accurate title? I couldn't think exactly.
Anthropology.
Yeah, there we go. Professor of lore slash anthropology. I've always loved the idea of the paranormal, the supernatural. And so I decided, well, really it was at the urging of my parents. I would have been happy in a library. But I decided to pursue more myths and legends, and well, if I could get my hands on any item that I thought had once been just fiction or buried, well, great. Oh, and I apologize for my system too. First time, my mic was acting fine, and now I can't mute myself. So you guys probably heard me turning up the volume just a little bit. You know, the Windows ding. So yeah. Yeah, technology. It is what it is.
Yep. All right. Well, our scene begins. So the camera pans back in with a sky shot of Washington, D.C. in the merry years of 20. And I totally am not saying that because I forgot what specific freaking year it was.
1924.
1924.
I remember this because we had to look up if duct tape existed yet.
I remember that.
Yeah, it did.
The whole decade known as the Roaring 20s.
But we get this pan shot of Washington, D.C., and then specifically we start panning in over top of the Smithsonian Museum of Art and History. And as we zoom in, we find Zoe and Hunter quietly conversing with Miss Thompson and Midnight Crow, slowly starting to exit the building. And, well, Hunter and Zoe, you are being approached by two rather large, burly men dressed in fairly fine suits. So it wouldn't have been out of the ordinary, except that they're making a beeline for you.
I'm going to stand up and ask, may I help you, sirs?
So the two gentlemen look at each other and then it's like... Can you hear myself, Sam?
It's because I was about to say something. That's me. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. Continue.
So get a load of this broad. She knows what's up. Yeah, I suppose you can give it as a hand. So,
How about you use your own left hand? That exists, does it not?
They like look at each other again, a little confused, and then like one of them just shrugs. It's like we're looking for Riley Thompson.
Never heard of him.
I believe I know that name.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm coming out of the Smithsonian right now, so you said I could recognize them.
Yep. So, Riley, you definitely recognize these two gentlemen from your past. So,
my eyes go wide, but I'm not sure if I want to tell them where she is.
But Riley and Crow, you guys are maybe 25, 30 yards away right now. So...
I'm gonna put my hand on one of my hidden like that I don't know terminology.
One of several hidden.
one of several
Pistols.
hidden pistols, specifically the one by my back pocket to make it look casual.
Of course.
Who are these two that I know?
So you definitely recognize both of these individuals as being members of the Capone gang.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck.
Fun. I put my other hand on another pistol.
But,
unless you can grow more arms, I think.
and I'm just imagining Riley just like hands on both hips.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
I spontaneously grow wings and a tail and grab all 3 other pistols I have.
I wish, dude.
But the two goons are like, but yeah, we're looking for Riley Townsend. So and well, one of our guys saw her go into that building with y'all.
Oh, she's a her.
Oh, her. Okay, sorry, I misheard you. My bad.
How can I help y'all, boys?
Hey, check it out. There she is. So, guess that makes our job easier. So, and they both turn to you, and they're kind of sizing you up. Is like, so Riley Thompson, right? So you used to own Easy 88s.
I still do.
I mean, don't think you're going to be doing much business down there after the feds came busting in your door, but alright, fair enough. So,
Can I help you with something, or are we just gonna be chatting all day?
whew, look at this one. She's got a mouth on it, doesn't she? It's like, and then like the other guy just kind of slaps the other upside the back of the head. It's like, shut up. So, no.
I like you.
So, look, the boss sent us your over here to issue you a bit of a warning. Some of our guys got caught up in that scuffle of yours. And well, we heard you started working with, so we heard you got dragged over to the feds and didn't come out until today. We're just making sure that you haven't been spouting out your mouth, if you know what I mean.
I understand their concern, but they couldn't pin anything on me as much as they've tried. I'm just here looking at new investments, if you get my drift.
Investments. Interesting. Well, just if your investments happen to take place on Capone turf, hit us up so that way, we get our slice of the pie. Wouldn't want anything. And this is the point where he looks at Wallace and Zoe. Unfortunate that happened to you. Your new buddies. Including the suit you got hiding back there behind you.
Oh, I definitely will. You have no concerns about that.
Glad there's an understanding.
I don't understand a single thing that's going on right now.
They're not exactly the brightest, but they do what they need to do.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it give Hunter kind of a panic look like, shh.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
So, and with that is, he pulls out a cigar out of his jacket pocket and pulls out a Zippo and just like, with that, we'll be on our way. Try to keep out of trouble.
Bye, Felicia.
Well, you keep yourselves out of trouble then, sirs.
And both the burly men turn around and make their start walking down the street, just talking between themselves. Talksting.
Toxting.
Talksting.
Toxting. Time to add that to the list.
God damn it.
Toxting. Added. Done.
So.
And then I'm just gonna be watching them until they're out of sight to make sure that they're not coming back around.
Same.
So, Riley, from your background, you will know off the top of your head, those two aren't the ones that you need to be looking for.
Okay, so they're not. Okay.
Yeah. So, if the Capones sent a pair of messengers, they are not your concern. It's your concern should be if there's anybody else watching.
Okay, well, can I check to see if there's anyone else watching then?
You can give me a spot hidden.
Okay, let's see. Spot hidden.
Alright. You look around, and you definitely notice at least 3 other well-dressed men who are definitely staring in your general direction, and what appears to be 2 others who are a little bit more clever, but you do catch them, like, looking at your group as they're flipping through their newspapers. So in total, there's like 6 people watching you guys.
I really feel like somebody's
Somebody's
watching me.
Privacy.
And then Twitch nuked us for more.
Listen, I'm not that good.
Neither am I. It's fine. All right, so Riley will relax her grips on the pistols for the time being, but she'll look around. Might I suggest that we reconvene and talk elsewhere?
Sure, where are we going?
I think
Anywhere
that is a
but
great
here.
idea.
Great. As long as I don't have to go in another tiny room, I'm happy.
I completely agree.
Should we wait for Crow though?
You mean the one that was just talking? That's right there.
Hi, Crow. How are you? I didn't see you there.
Oh, I suppose. Now you know that I'm here. Yes, let's get moving.
Way.
Okay, where do you go?
I look to Riley a little bit.
Not
Normally, I would suggest the library, but well.
okay. What would be a good place to meet that's not in Capone territory that we might be able to get some decent information?
The bureau.
There's quite a few.
Other than the bureau.
So with the intent of also getting additional information?
Yeah, possibly.
Like a coffee shop nearby, maybe? Or a cafe?
Little too public.
So let me see if there's something that.
I mean, I do remember that the rest of the cargo was taken in by someone from the bureau.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure that's like a separate branch, maybe, or.
It was Agent Nightshades.
Yeah, but is Agent Nightshade in like a different branch, or is he back at the bureau?
The capital branch is the only branch in DC.
Gotcha. All right, fair enough. Right.
But if you want to try to figure out a other meeting spot that would be secure, again, I'm just trying to. No, that doesn't make sense. Bear with us, folks. We're also still learning the system, so I'm trying to also familiarize myself with all of the additional skills in here. I would say that's probably going to be the closest thing I could think of would be navigate. So you're consulting the map in your head because you know where Capone territory starts and ends, and so you're consulting that in your head to try to figure out a decent place that's quiet and secure.
Okay, navigate's not great, so nah, didn't think it would be.
Nope. Yep, nothing comes to mind. And you figured that, well, if they know what happened at the Easy 88, that they probably know where a few of your other assets are. So your assets might not be as secure as you think.
Yes, I'll note that for later.
May I see if I can think of somewhere?
For you, it would be with the intent of it being outside of Capone territory. It would have to be an extreme difficulty because you have no idea. You don't know how you don't hardly know anything about the criminal underworld.
But I also didn't mention that they were Capone's men, though. I've not mentioned that at all.
They mentioned it blatantly.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure.
They're not afraid of reprisal or anything. They know they're the big dogs on the boat.
For now.
For now.
Can I try and look for a place that's not exactly like out of Capone territory, but like just a quieter place at least?
That's what I was thinking.
So Crow, you would definitely know of a couple of bureau safe houses and other classified meeting spots.
Perfect. All right, what's the closest one nearest to our location?
So maybe 6 or 7 blocks away. So it's in a rather dingy apartment building, but it definitely is one that many of the bureau prefer to use as a quick meet-up spot, especially when doing cases in the DC area.
Okay. Well, that I'm going to relay them back. I hope you guys don't mind going for a quick and brisk jog. About 6 or 7 blocks that way. In pointing direction. I think we might have something that we can hide out in for a little bit.
Great. Is that also a small room?
Possibly. It's a studio apartment.
So it's my apartment.
Sensing the hesitation, I ask, is it bigger than the last room I was in?
It's not a broom closet, if that's what you're asking.
That was a broom closet before I was in there? Wow.
Too much.
I've
I've said too much. We're moving?
Wait. No, you must tell me. That was a broom closet?
We need to. I will answer more questions once we're actually there. Deal?
I don't like it, but yes.
See, even though it is a little bit smaller, it was still plenty of room for an additional place to stay. So it doesn't cease how we can move that onto different properties for investment purposes.
I'd put a hand on Hunter's arm and say, I doubt it. Come on.
I don't like small rooms.
I don't like small spaces either. Rooms I can handle. It's being...
I know
Being
that you
stuck
guys
in
are
a
worried
normal
about
place?
I know you're worried, but I can assure you that my business can keep it going fine.
Cool. I trust you. I like you.
Let's just get out of here. Go.
And off we trot.
And off we go.
Yeah, I take Hunter's hand to reassure him
Thank you.
because I am also afraid of small spaces, but not like rooms. It's got to be like underground, like caves and whatnot.
Basements.
That's why I only examined the artifacts. I never really went down. Yeah.
Archaeologists who scared of ancient ruins. Huh. Anyway.
You proceed and you get to the meeting point unaccosted, and Crow, you use one of your sets of keys to get yourself into this small studio apartment, which is not set up really as an apartment, but as a meeting place of, just for Bureau members, which includes a decent-sized table in the middle of the room, and then no appliances. Couple scattered chairs in various states of not great, but other than that, there's
We didn't come here to have a lie down. That's for sure. Anyway, so what information? I'm just gonna go around the other end of the table. I'm just gonna put my hands on it and just lean on the table. Just go. So, what information have you gathered at all? And I'm gonna turn to Riley.
Riley is busy making sure that the door is fucking locked.
Riley, once you're finished with that, I'd like you to tell me who those two gentlemen were. I mean, I know they were Capone, but what relation do they have to you and your business?
Well, my business is not discriminatory, unlike most other businesses.
That's a good business.
And those two with relations are not directly related to me specifically, but they are messengers of sorts. And they are the little bird that tweets in people's ears.
So we can rely on them to report any of our outgoings to any potential unwanted attention in the area.
Specifically, yes, and they are specifically Capone's men. You probably didn't notice, but there were at least, on top of the two messengers, 5 other gunmen that were ready to kill us all, had that gone poorly.
Oh, great! Oh, great! Great, that's so, boy!
Which was why investments was the best cover that I had. And it's what I'm going to keep with.
Well, that might just work. Might.
Well, I
right?
never specified what exactly I was investing in, so technically it's not a lie.
No, but there is such a thing as lying by omission.
What they don't know won't fucking hurt me.
That's true. That's true.
I suppose. So long as you can guarantee the safety of the Bureau, I don't really have a problem as what excuse you use. Just make sure that it is just that, an excuse.
May I ask exactly what you do, Miss Thompson?
I'm a businesswoman.
I would not tell a soul exactly what your business is. I just need to know.
What you need to know is that I am a businesswoman who has many talents and many contacts where I need them. That is all you need to know.
She deals business in what we refer in our kind of artifacts. Not high level, but fair amount.
I also deal with real estate on top of other such businesses, though granted neither of them have been overly profitable as of late. At least not as profitable as I would like them to be.
All right. I just thought if we were a bit more open with each other, we would
Honey, I don't even know you. Why should I be open with
Fair.
you?
Well, we will be working together for some time now, I believe, so.
Not even my long-standing business partners know me, and I like to keep it that way.
All right. I won't push. I thought if we knew what you were into and what they might have wanted from you, it would help us all.
What they want me to do is not encroach on their territory and to pay back what is owed.
Ah, there it is. You're in debt.
Who isn't these days, honestly?
Very true.
Very true, very true.
Very slightly. I made some poor investments in the past, and
I know
we'll
how that
go
goes.
from there.
I know how that goes.
Well, so what I determined is that a fellow operative has already gathered the other remaining shipment that's already gone into the museum itself. They've secured it back at the bureau. I think that we need to go back and check out that in shipment. See if we can discern anything from it.
Could we get into the Bureau's shipment area?
Well, I do have a level 4 security clearance. If I may be able to wrangle something in that you could get in there, only if, and this is a big if, just to Riley and to Hunter, if you keep your hands to yourself.
I have only kept my hands to myself, thank you. I have not touched anything that I was not given to in the first place.
Yes, that's what they told me back at the Smithsonian as well.
I didn't touch anything. I've never been in there. They don't let me go in there because they don't like that I went to Yale.
No, because you set things on fire.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose still, but you set them on
would
fire.
I set on fire in the museum?
Gentlemen.
What do I have a lighter? No. They took all the rest of my shit when I got in the building.
Either way.
I am too dry for this.
Same. And I don't even drink.
Nor do I.
Either way.
There is something that I wish to have pointed out from the Smithsonian. The curators did sign for the shipments, specifically the two that had references numbers were signed by the first person. The second person without a reference number was signed by someone that we did not speak to or really have any interactions with. Curator Vincent.
Indeed. Curator Vincent? And how did you garner this information?
I thought it was odd.
I asked.
I thought it was odd that we were told that they had the shipments, but then they're telling us that we have the shipments. I think that's weird.
Well, it's not to say they had the shipments, they only signed for them. However, you are correct. We do need to get that other shipment. That last shipment is going to be, I think that's going to have the clue.
I agree.
So, what name did you say that was again?
Curator Vincent was the one that signed for the package that did not have a reference number.
All right. Well, what we shall do then is we shall go to the bureau. We shall examine the first two that we know who signed for, and then we'll inquire about Curator Vincent. Does that sound like a plan to everyone?
Yes. Wasn't there another bureau operative of interest, though?
That is exactly who we're going to see.
Nightshade
is the one who signed. Nightshade, I believe, is the one who signed the information in. Or at least took the shipments in. So.
Yes, they took them in because they are the one running the investigation on Dr. Von Braun.
Yes, that sounds right. Sorry. And she kind of takes off her little round gold frame specs. These aren't for show. They're not readers. They're true prescription.
Well, if I may, I would like to investigate the shipments. Now, I will say I will need to be a little handsy because if they're trying to sneak stuff in, that's going to be the best way to find it.
So long as we can verify that you have nothing upon your person when leaving.
It's not like you're going to give me much of a choice.
No, it's not.
Seems you would be one of the best people to do such a thing.
You would be one of the best.
Yes.
It's not exactly my cup of tea, but something I know of.
Needs must and whatnot. So, off to the bureau.
But first, is anyone else hungry? I do not believe we've had breakfast or lunch.
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
Eating.
He's gonna look at
That's the
Hunter.
thing we should do.
We should probably go and get something to eat.
Shall I order us a pizza?
Oh,
What
no,
is
not
a
from that.
pizza?
Because they really become popular until it came back with the U.S. troops after World War II.
Oh, all right. My bad. My history is.
Would I know of any decent restaurants in the area that aren't overpriced?
You as a local would know all the restaurants.
Why don't I just take you to one of the nicer places that aren't horribly expensive, and we can order whatever we want.
Sounds good to me.
I'm down for whatever. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys needed a verbal response there.
I thought I heard your stomach rumble, Hunter.
I forget to eat, you know. You get absorbed in things. Human necessity is a pain in the ass.
I completely understand. Believe me.
Keeper, quick question. Is there a window in this apartment?
There is one window that is very well shaded.
I would like to just peek past the window and just look to see if there's anyone watching the building.
Okay, roll me a spot hidden.
All right. Really? God damn it.
Ooh.
Damn, so close.
You don't notice anybody. So everyone outside that window seems to be moving to one place or another. No one seems to be taking particular interest in your building.
Can I also roll spot hidden?
I would like to as well.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just make sure you don't draw any attention to looking.
I ain't looking for shit. I'm stuck in my head.
Yeah, I'm copying you, basically. Oh. All right, there we go. Nope, I don't see anything. But I don't usually look for people, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, there is nothing of note. No one is watching the at least this facing of the building, as far as you can see. That goes for Crow as well. There's no one making.
Oh, now you wake up.
That's good.
Sorry, Toby. I had my hand relaxed and she just started nudging it. It's like, oh, hello.
Cat OP. Let's nerf.
No, don't nerf. Cat is best character in game.
No nerf. Alrighty. Anyway, well, we're going to be making our way out of the building now.
Oh, jeez. And yeah, now she wants all attention.
Sounds about right.
Cat tax.
Here, why don't I let you say hi to everybody, huh?
Oh no. There was a random roll.
Yes, thank you for cat tax. Also, I'm terrified of the 97 that was just rolled because I have no idea what it's in reference to.
Well, hopefully it's something a bad thing happening to a bad person.
Hopefully it's about cat tax and how much we need and how much the tax is increasing.
Hopefully.
Well,
97%.
Oh, there she goes, attacking the microphone.
Cat!
That's good.
Gojiro.
He's Gojira.
Whoa.
Away.
Watch
Away,
it.
Toby, go.
You're gonna knock down. Oh, nope.
Oh dear.
Ah, they're safe.
This is the best cat tax.
The pile has not been disturbed. If you guys look,
Huzzah.
if you guys look on Discord, you'll see what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yep. So you guys proceed outwards and you go find a nice cafe for lunch. And you enjoy a quiet meal. So but yeah, then do you guys just directly proceed to the bureau afterwards?
I
Yes.
think so.
I'm gonna be.
The
I'm gonna
answer
be.
is yes.
Being the paranoid person that I am, I'm gonna be constantly watching my back.
Yeah, same.
I'm not. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be outside again.
Neither am I. For one, I wouldn't know what I was looking for, and also, I am a bit on edge, but I don't quite know what to do about it yet. So,
All right, spot hidden, and it's going to be difficulty.
So
Or
hard difficulty.
at hard difficulty.
It's
Okay.
difficulty.
Okay, so at hard difficulty.
What difficulty?
I
Spot
love
hidden.
you. Don't
Roll.
punish me. I've done nothing wrong. Ooh, that's
Oh,
a crit
jeez.
fail.
Ow.
ouch.
That's rough.
Oh, okay.
That's a big
First
oof.
crit fail of the game.
Ooh, crow.
Ooh, that was me. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
This will end well.
So, okay. So here's what happens. So you have your lunch at the cafe, and as you finish up and you start walking the streets, heading your way back towards the bureau.
You're so full of.
Riley in Midnight, your heads are on a swivel. You're constantly looking around. The problem is you're not being subtle about it, Crow. Like, not at all.
Right.
And then as you start going down the street, there's quite a few people now looking at you. And it makes you feel, it gives you a false positive. You feel like everybody is watching you.
Your stomachs are too full. You relax.
Music.
Well, there we go.
So,
How about that?
Shall we find a taxi?
Certainly,
If
but are we
you've
going
got
to go back to?
If you got the funds for it.
I should.
yes,
I-
you
Because-
have
money for taxis.
Yes,
Cool.
yes.
So just as a,
In which case,
just as a heads up for those of you tuning in at home for how wealth works, it's not like D&D in which you collect coins and the like and pay certain amounts. Instead, it works on a wealth system. Everyone has a certain credit rating and value to them, and it is assumed that if it's within their means, they do have indeed the money to purchase what they need. So within reason.
okay, fair enough. In which case, then, yes, I believe we should take a taxi.
I don't think I've ever been in a taxi before. That's nifty.
Well,
Small, be careful.
I'll hail a taxi.
Well, it's moving though, and I can get out once it stops, so we should be just fine.
Okay, fair enough.
A taxi does pull up, and not a whole lot of time. It's rather cramped for 4 people in a singular taxi because these are still early taxis.
Right? Isn't this like Model T level shit?
We are in interwar period for the history buffs at home, so we are post Great War.
1924.
So
1925.
So not
yeah.
exactly Model Ts, but definitely not Chevrolet quite yet.
Only. All right. And I'm going to give him vague directions to to a vague kind of place, like close to the bureau that isn't directly at the bureau.
All right, Mac. So
The shop a block down and 3 streets over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. He takes you to where you want to go.
Alrighty. After we arrive, I'm going to pay him the amount that I'm going to pay him. I'm going to pay the taxi driver. I'm going to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him a decent tip.
I also get out because small moving vehicle.
But yeah. What next?
Go to the bureau.
Okay. So you re-enter the Bureau of Suppression, the Washington, D.C. branch. We are once again in this rather unassuming brick building that is only demarked on the outside by a simple brass plate of Federal Bureau of Suppression and the hallmark of said bureau, the all-seeing eye. So, but you enter, and the receptionist, it's the same receptionist that you saw when you left, look up, and it's like, oh, you are all back in a rather hurry. So, what can I help you with?
A few days ago, the investigator Nightshade brought in 2 shipments of artifacts. Do you happen to know where exactly they would be?
And the receptionist looks at you, and again, this is a rather slim blonde woman, and she like quirks an eyebrow for a second. It's like, Agent Nightshade. One moment. Can I see your clearance, please?
Sadly, I'm going to present my ID.
Yep. So, and she looks at it and looks for some hidden thing that you all cannot see in it. It's like one moment. Let me go speak to one of the other senior agents for a moment. Please wait one moment.
She turns it over a black light, makes sure the necessary shit's there, that the barcode's there.
But she ducks out, and are left waiting in the lobby. The clack 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 of typewriters firmly floating through the air, and the smell of old office building. So, but it isn't very long before the receptionist pops back out with a rather pretty looking woman in a full suit. So it's like, Agent Midnight Crow, I'm Agent Nightshade. I'm being told that you're looking for something?
Indeed, we are. We are currently on a case of. I'm not sure if I should divulge that information. We're on a case currently. We're looking, and a shipment of artifacts that you have taken in might help us get to our goal of finding. Let me reorganize my thoughts. Give me a second. Okay, sorry. You a week or 2 ago, have signed off signed off and brought in some artifacts from the Smithsonian. Now, I have reason to believe this is in relation to the case regarding the Doctor or Professor Von Braun?
It's Dr. Von Braun.
Dr. Von Braun. And we may be able to locate him should you give us access to these artifacts.
Like, she quirks an eyebrow and is just like, you think you can locate him by studying the artifacts that we've brought in?
Well, we have reason to believe that he might have tried to be smuggling something in. Maybe higher class artifacts, maybe even notes.
Like, the woman looks at you and, like, her face is like that of stone. She's very hard to read. So, but roll me a persuade. And it's going to be at hard difficulty.
Persuasion.
We're looking for a man with a rod. Which man? That man. The one with the rod.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Dun 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 dun.
Nope.
Rip.
Yep. So
This is just a regular fail.
So the
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that it's hilarious because it's like literally like 50 over. So, but the woman thinks for a moment and is like, I really don't think you know what you're talking about.
Well, you're right. In fact, I don't. I'm going to gesture to Riley Thompson. She does.
Yes, well, are you familiar with the concept of smuggling?
Yes, I am.
Well, I'm not exactly sure how much we're allowed to say or not, but we believe that there's something on those shipments that might have been smuggled in, and this might lead us to what we need and might lead to what inevitably you might need. At least at the very least, we should be able to get a lead.
So she looks at the three non-agents. And she turns to look at Midnight Crows like, they are not authorized to be working on a case of this high profile.
I'm not allowed to leave Crow's sight. So I have to.
He's not allowed to leave my side. On order of Red Stag himself.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And that's understandable.
Red Stag recruited all of us to help the Midnight Crow.
And I don't give a flying damn about what the Brit wants.
Wow.
He may be the director of operations, but it is my case.
Well, how about this? What exactly do you want then?
I would like to be left alone to be able to go back to work.
I mean, we're looking for a man with a rod, so if you know where we can find one of those, that'd be great.
Well, the sooner that you allow us to investigate these shipments, the sooner we can be out of your way. And possibly we might be able to help you.
And I'm saying you are not authorized.
Then they are not authorized, but I am.
He is.
You are not. I am working a Class 6 case.
Ah, shame.
Wow. Okay. Well, never mind.
I don't know what you think you know about Dr. Von Braun, but you do not know anything.
Is there anything that you can tell us about Dr. Von Braun, then? That you are authorized to tell us?
Yes. You want to stay very, very far away from him.
Damn, because he's the man with the rod that we need.
As much as I would love to be able to do that, that might not be an option. And if we're more prepared going into this, then perhaps our deaths won't be on your hands.
We would at least like to look at the artifacts and see where they originate from.
If the answer is no.
Here's a thought.
We're not going to get anywhere.
We don't look at anything, and you just tell us whether or not there was a rod in there.
We're not going to get anywhere There's one thing I can ask you, though. There was another man who signed off on another shipment. Not one of our agents. Curator Vincent. Do you know anything about him?
Vincent. Night shift. Smithsonian. Generally handles any incoming shipments from about 11 o'clock to 3 a.m. roughly. So, and graduate of Harvard with
It's always Harvard. It's always Harvard.
So,
Ignore me. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
but yeah, just quiet individual. So he's been vetted like the rest of the curators.
Right.
Would you be able to tell us where, so that way you can go back to work, where we can find how a curator gets vetted?
That probably be operations.
You didn't.
I can't hear you.
That would probably be operations. So that
Okay.
you could either consult. Well, if that's what you're looking for, then you probably need to talk to Stag, who would have that operational info.
Seems like
Does he know you don't like him?
Oh, we've had many an encounter.
Cool. So he knows you don't like him. Got it.
I don't much appreciate foreigners on American soil trying to tell us how we do our jobs.
I mean,
Wow. Okay.
xenophobic.
Never mind.
But okay.
Never mind. Don't worry. I'll make sure that this is all sorted out. Thank you very much for your information, and I'm sorry for your wasting your time.
I'm not. I've done nothing
You
wrong.
want to stay away from Dr. Von Braun.
Don't think that's going to be an option, but thanks for the warning. I appreciate that.
We may very well want to stay away from Dr. Von Braun, but we've been assigned this case,
Yeah.
just as you've been assigned yours. And I'm going to see it through to the end, no matter what. And with that, I'm going to move past her. I'm going to try and find the red stag.
Okay, but you clear fine. But as the rest of you try to follow, you're immediately stopped by the receptionist. It's like, we need you all to turn in all of your weapons.
Oh, I don't have anything on me. This is all I own currently.
All of them?
Yeah, this is all that I own. Oh.
No. So Riley will start de-weaponizing herself.
She will.
And
It's
she
like
will
walking
been-
into a fucking
yeah, no, and I hope
casino
Nightshade is
in
watching.
Vegas.
And I will intentionally take off the front of my shirt to pull the shiv out from my bra and button and then I will button it back up.
I turn away, giving you privacy, like a gentleman.
The receptionist counts and then she looks at you as like, and the boot knife as well.
Right, of course. Can't forget that. I step my boot and then I unlock it and then I. Are you
You're a
happy?
Bounty hunter, Miss.
Make
Thompson.
sure she's got the bra knife off as well.
I took off my shirt to take the bra knife off.
No, I'm just making sure.
And then the receptionist turns to Zoe. It's like, your weapons as well, miss.
I go to. Is the desk pretty high?
It's a low desk. Well, I would say low desk, but it's an average desk. About,
It's low for John because he's tall.
yeah.
So probably a bit tall for me because I'm short.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So I drop it and it kind of spills a little bit. And all that are really on there, besides my wallet, and two 22 Derringers are books. They kind of
What?
spill.
Doesn't carry a gun?
I only carry them for self-protection.
I mean, I also live in a library, so all I ever really had was a wrench, but that's at the library, so.
So the receptionist then comes out from behind the desk and is like, Mr. Wallace, is it?
Yeah.
So please stand with your legs spread apart. I just need to pat you down.
Oh, I mean, I don't have anything. Like, this is literally everything I own, but okay. I fucking, like, T-pose, basically. T-pose to assert dominance.
And we watch as this occurs. So are you the kind of engineer who would keep spare parts in your pockets?
Abso-fucking-lutely. There's just like nails and like a screw or two. There's no actual tools, but there's definitely like 26 ball bearings in one of those pockets.
She confiscates the ball bearings.
Oh, but I need those.
She also
okay.
confiscates a bit of brass pipe that you had in one pocket.
Oh, I forgot about that. My bad. Sorry.
So,
I didn't realize ball bearings and metal piping could be constituted as a weapon. My bad. I don't fight things, so.
All right, you may proceed.
Am I getting those back when I come back?
Yes. You may
Okay, cool.
reclaim
Thank
them
you.
Once you leave the bureau.
Great. Thank you.
So
Was Nightshade there for that entire thing,
no,
or did she?
Nightshade, as soon as Nightshade was done talking to y'all, just turned around and whoop, and off she did go. Because she does not care.
Time to go talk to her manager.
Well,
She certainly lives up to her name, doesn't she?
I'm guessing you and your bureaucratic guys don't really care much about the thing called obstruction, then.
obstruction. Well, clearly not. Back in the UK, we do things a little bit differently, however.
Oh, that would explain why I don't care for you that much.
Oh. Oof.
Obstruction even from each other. That is not good.
That's a bit rough there. That's a little rough.
This is a little bit, but hey. Hey-ho. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't used to it by this point.
That's not very nice of people, though. I mean, who gives a shit where you come from? I'm from the West Coast, so, you know.
That also explains a lot.
Does it?
I'll drink to that. Anyway.
Okay. I see how it is. I like all of you, and all of you seem to have some slight issue with me. Okay, fine.
No, I don't have any issue with you at all. I just have an issue with Americans.
Do I believe him?
What?
You have to roll a persuasion.
Yeah, it's a persuasion. It will be a contested persuasion versus.
Oh my god. Regular? Is it on regular difficulty?
It's a regular, and it's going to be versus.
Insights D&D.
Psychoanalysis?
Psychology, maybe?
Spot hidden.
Spot
hidden. Everything is spot hidden. Got it.
You can tell she's hiding bullshit.
I'm not hiding, but I'm not hiding any bullshit. Apparently.
And this is irregular.
This is irregular.
I succeed.
Yeah, you know.
You succeed in stealth.
Single word that is coming out of Crow's face right now.
I'm hurt, Crow. I'm hurt.
What can I say? I'm a heartbreaker. I know.
Oh, it's a good thing.
Heartbreaker.
Good thing I'm not American either.
Yeah.
As
All
far
right.
as I know, I'm American, but I was also adopted. Long story.
Okay, then. I'm sorry. Americans and you.
Wow. Wow.
Well, thank you kindly.
Wow.
You're very welcome.
There's so
Anyway.
much shade being thrown here. Holy shit.
All right. So I take it you proceed to head to Director Red Stag's office.
Mm-hmm.
So you proceed to enter the belly of the beast, so to speak. So you're having to go down a couple flights into a sub basement where the clatter of typewriters subsides and the hustle and bustle ends up being more of suits and other enforcer agents. Some you know, others that you don't. But you inevitably come to the entry of Red Stag's office, with his receptionist sitting outside. And she looks up, and she's a rather small, red-haired lass. And she is like, "Can I help you?"
Hello, is the Red Stag in?
Hey, and what you be needing? You got an appointment?
I don't have an appointment per se, but it's in relation to a case that he's assigned me.
And that covers about 98% of the other shite he has to deal with. What about you specifically do you need help with?
I need information on a particular curator.
She checked the reception upstairs.
I did.
And so that didn't
She
give
said-
you what you wanted?
No, she said, in fact, Nightshade recommended that we come down here and discuss it with him privately.
Oh, fucking Christ. Of course Penny can't do her fucking job right. So,
It's more
I'm sure
like
she tries very hard.
it's more like there's another agent with a stick up their ass that doesn't want to say
That.
anything.
That specifically.
oh, I see how it is. So it's an interpersonal issue, eh?
Slightly, but
Sure,
also it's
let's
like
put it with
we just
that.
need to know the vetting process for how a curator becomes a curator, so that way we can figure out if this dude is actually.
Say so.
Okay.
That's actually pretty easy because that has to cross my desk. So,
Oh, cool.
So you see, the curators all have the in-depth background check. So we check for pretty much everything. So for former affiliates, former criminal activity, and any suspected links to any current cases and operations in both field and in archive. So and I don't know where this accent is going.
It started out as Irish.
and now it is devolved.
And
into
now,
something
yeah,
like-
it's great.
I mean, my accent keeps turning southern, even
We
though
don't
she's.
know where Thompson's from. She just is. All we know is that she's not from the U.S.
with Stag,
Nope.
at least it's on purpose. I don't know what this is turned into.
It's
Maybe-
bureaucratic.
Bureaucratic.
So
Maybe she's really taking a fondness to the Red Stag and trying to like copy the Red Stag.
but
Or it's just totally, completely accidentally. Because I don't know about anybody else, but if I talk to like one person with a really strong accent, I slowly start adopting their accent
Oh,
over
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
conversation.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
maybe she's just unknowingly doing this.
but after the background checks, then we start. We do an in-depth search of both both his living spaces, and then generally, then we also put a hold on all the bank accounts, and then and put in standard surveillance. And then after that, then they go through priming, and then after that, then they undergo Babylon protocol.
I'm sorry. What
You said
protocol did you
priming
guys
and
call?
badminton protocol?
I heard badminton. And I don't
I-
think that's right.
I heard Batman, so
I heard
Huh.
bad mom. Bad mom.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you know what this is, Carl, because I had no clue.
Babylon
which-
protocol.
Babylon, okay.
Oh.
I was like, badminton. That's a very
Babylon
specific
makes
name.
sense.
That doesn't seem right.
Hold on, I don't.
One
Going
second-
back, what
1 second, Crow. I'm gonna send something to you, and then
Yes.
Go ahead, Riley.
Alright.
I was gonna say, what exactly does priming entail?
So Well, priming is the full process of explaining the fact that the invisible realms exist in the unseen world and the invisible arts and the likes, as well as pointing out the raw fact that those who use the invisible arts are all grade A morons and endangered the universe.
Pretty standard affair.
Right. Okay. And then I guess you're not allowed to give us the details of what Babylon Protocol is.
Sorry, what's your clearance? What is your ID?
Yeah, about that.
They
Conscripts, huh?
Kind of.
Then
Yeah.
no, I'm not allowed to
Yeah.
tell you.
No, but you can tell Crow.
Well, Crow actually does know, and I'm in the process of writing that.
Oh,
down for him.
okay.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Sorry.
My bad. Crow's like, yes, Babylon Protocol. I remember my days when I had to go through Babylon Protocol. It was a harsh grueling time after the war, the Great War. After we got over shell shock and repressed all of my emotions and feelings about anything that ever traumatic that ever happened to me.
That's a straight fucking mood right there.
Reading too deep into that backstory, huh?
There's a little bit.
I know nothing of your backstory. I'm just guessing shit.
No, it's a mood for me. It's my backstory.
It's Jevel's backstory.
It's my backstory. Okay, don't worry about it.
I think somebody should be a writer.
Hi, I'm working on it.
Hi, I also am working on it.
Actually, same.
So
Weird.
All right, so Jello, you have a ding there. So, but yeah, no, I can't tell you fuck all about that. So,
No, that's fair. That's totally understandable. Thank you.
So, so you, Crow, right?
Yes, midnight.
So, yeah, I know you have the cleansing. You should already have been briefed on what exactly that is. So,
I have indeed.
But yeah. So they undergo priming, they undergo Babylon Protocol, and then they attain their cert.
All right. Well, I think I found our next heading.
Well, I have an additional question of that, if you don't mind. Do you ever have to re-up your certification, as in be recertified at any point in time?
Nope. Certification is for life.
So, hypothetically speaking, someone could be certified and then suddenly start going into negative activity, and the Bureau wouldn't know?
Impossible.
That would be slightly impossible. Given the Babylon Protocol, which I'm not exactly allowed to divulge to you. But
nothing is impossible, dears. It's
true.
just incredibly
I found
hard.
that out the hard way.
Out of the Bureau's storied history, even for the far eastern branches, no one has ever betrayed Babylon Protocol. Wow,
that bobbed it.
No one has ever been betraying Soviet Russia.
They go to Soviet Russia.
In Soviet Russia, Babylon Protocol betrayed you.
There has never been a breach of Babylon. So never been a break from Babylon Protocol, ever. Out of
First time for
the
everything.
Storied history of the Bureau.
So like, unless I don't know a damn thing about Babylon Protocol, and I'm just extrapolating here. So unless like you guys have some sort of weird tracking machinery or some shit of some sort that allows you to base like a kill switch, so to speak, to kill somebody in the event that they do betray, and then you just cover it up. Am I getting anywhere near close? You can't confirm or deny, never mind.
I can't confirm or deny anything.
Yeah, never mind. Ignore
Well, I think we've got our next setting. Do you know one more question? Do you know the address of the Curator Vincent from the Smithsonian?
Let's see here. I don't personally don't.
Hmm.
However, you could probably check archives. I believe the current batch of curators, they all were vetted before I got here. The most I've been dealing with are the ones who are up in New York.
And that's what
Boston.
worries me. And that's what worries me. So,
But I know you'll have clearance for at least basic archives, which includes non-agent personnel files.
all right. Well, also, I'd like you to pass on a message to the Red Stag, if you could. Tell him to see if he can gain access to Nightshade's most recent case regarding the Smithsonian artifact.
So, is this a formal request for additional clearance?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'll put it on his desk, but you
Of
know
course.
how busy he is. It might be
Absolutely.
a week or two.
Are us
Absolutely, I understand
tag-alongs
that.
allowed to do one of those formal requests at this point?
Same, actually.
So she looks at him and is like, they undergone Lionheart. Your
Yes.
immediate answer is no. They have not undergone Lionheart.
No, they have not. Absolutely not.
And then she turns back to it's like, no.
Damn. That sounds vaguely familiar, though.
I'm sorry, unfortunately, you have to go under a rigorous training process if you want to get any sort of clearance at all in the Bureau. You are all.
So it'd be longer than 3 days in a tiny room. 3 weeks? 3 days?
3
3
months.
3 months. 3 months. Yeah, I was in a tiny room for 3 months. So.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was 3 months. Anyway.
Yes, thank you.
Either way, thank you very much for your time. And we will be on our way.
Alright, well, just stay safe.
Sent you a message on Discord.
Hockey.
So now we're going to over to the accounts.
We're going to hang out in the archives.
We're going to hang out in the archives.
Yes. Basic archives, I believe.
Mhm.
So, alright, you proceed to the archives. If you want to do so, which is fairly quiet, the one that your clearance gets you into, Crow, yours is fairly quiet because these are mostly the mundane documentation and low-class archives. And they allow your companions in with the express directive that they absolutely cannot take anything out of the archive.
That's perfect because I don't need to take anything out. I'm going to look over to my dear friend, my dear library friend, Hunter. I'm going to find the address and I'm going to get Hunter to memorize it.
Okay. Library use.
Yes.
Huzzah!
Out of
Use
all
for
of
them.
you, if you're all helping scan these.
Library use. Regular difficulty?
Regular difficulty.
Regular roll. Regular roll.
Can I be... So in this is just for... Would I be able to find anything about artifacts of similar nature in this library?
To the Red Sceptre?
Yeah.
Not of that class.
Okay.
The most that you'll find is documentation about class 1 or 2 artifacts.
Hold on.
I did the thing. I win, and so did Zoe.
Eh,
We
sure.
work together.
I'm not
Oof.
gonna.
Crone,
did
not
not.
too great in the
Oh,
library.
dear.
I know mine is not gonna succeed.
I'm not
Nope,
too good
there
with
it is.
intelligence.
Well, it's a good thing he has us then.
I'm real good in the library.
Same.
I've got the Dewey Decimal System memorized. It's great.
Lucky.
It's how I worked in the library. I had to know how everything worked. Sure, I worked in the basement, but there were still books down there, old books, but you know.
Okay, yep, 1 second. I'm sending Crow something real quick.
Okay.
I should have pre-written this out a long time ago. Okay, 1 second. So I see 2 successes and 2 failures.
Yes.
One from me.
It takes a long ass time to find the part of the archives that y'all are looking for. You inevitably do find the current list of curators for the United States, and you guys are parsing through trying to narrow it down because the authorized curators are like a stack of like this thick for various museums all over the United States.
Oh man.
It's a Harry Potter book. Oh, I classified
And
land.
it's all single spaced.
Oh,
God.
it's a
and
Bible.
written in cursive.
I mean, I know libraries. It's fine.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, this is why I brought you in here specifically.
Yeah.
Under any other
I think
circumstance, I would not have done
is
this.
supposed to go in here. This is
Crow
fine.
and Riley are like holding their heads while
I need a smoke.
Hunter and I are just like whispering excitedly. Oh wait,
Books. Books. Books.
Hunter, we gotta focus on this one.
Books.
Yes, I know. I wonder what.
Just digging through everything. Is this everything in here? Is it all just like people records?
It's people in a couple low-class incident reports and low-class artifact reports.
Okay.
Were you gonna send me something?
I'm almost done.
Cool.
When you're done with that, I have a question for you, which I might actually just DM you for shits and giggles. So.
Okay, there's that. Again, this is what happens when lazy GM doesn't do prep. Because I didn't think this was going to come up this quick. So anyway, so what was the current public question? Sorry.
I DM'd you. You can answer.
Not really. So, but yeah. So you guys end up poring over documents, and inevitably an address is found.
Even Zoe's by this time is probably taken off her glasses from her eyes, like.
I'm still going.
Oh,
There's no
yeah.
stopping this man. You let him in the library. You don't know what you've done.
Just read, find the address, memorize it, and then we need to get out of it.
Oh yeah, I did that 30 minutes ago.
Okay, no, let's go then. Dragging him by the collar out.
No.
You
Get
could
out of
have-
here.
You could have told me. Goodness.
I did mention it. I was like, yeah, I found it. And I just, nobody said anything. So I figured we were okay.
And with that,
God, I need an aspirin.
I'm going to shut the book that he is reading, going to put it back, and I'm going to drag him by his
No,
collar,
no.
kicking and screaming.
My second coat of nail polish has finally dried at this point.
Zoe follows
Good job.
exhausted.
I haven't smoked yet, but I may have to after that.
I said
I have plenty if you want.
Thank you.
But yeah, as you leave the archives, it is late. You have spent many, many hours in there trying to find this one scrap of information.
And I could spend many more.
And the halls were bustling earlier, even despite the evening hours, but now the halls are quiet. So
It's quite spooky.
Oopie
Pro,
spoopy.
this is nothing new to you. You've worked a couple night shifts before, and but for the rest of the party, it's spoopy down here. So
Anyway,
all right.
real
I do
quickly,
believe it's.
though. So I need Hunter. I need you to roll me a spot hidden real quick.
Uh-oh.
Indeed.
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden. Uh-oh. That makes me nervous.
Oh, this at regular.
Same.
At regular.
Okay. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I succeeded.
Oh.
Hunter, as your group is starting to pass a corridor, you start to hear little whispers.
That apparently sound like cats. Hello. Hi. Quit yelling.
No.
Gotta love that for a child.
Yes, she's a good baby. Meow.
Wow, my
I
mic
heard
actually
that
got
one.
up.
She's loud.
She's annoying because we're not playing with her.
So it's just quiet whispers, kind of like in the back of the head.
Yep, quiet whispers, and you feel the hairs at the back of your neck stand up. But as you pass this corridor entry, they subside.
Pause. Take 3 steps back into the corridor. Look down.
So,
Come back.
And as you poke your head down into the corridor, they get louder, a little bit more distinct.
Do we as the party notice him just stopping?
Let's roll me a spot hidden.
I probably did because I was in the background. I was in the
Take
back.
a perception check.
Spot hidden, you say? At regular?
Spot hidden at regular.
No, apparently not.
Apparently not.
You're all tired. So
Okay, hold on.
Apparently not.
Nope.
Spot hidden, you said?
spot hidden.
I just trudge right past him.
Ooh,
It's like,
definitely sees me.
of course.
Everyone else is like, ugh, and you're like, what the fuck are you
Riley,
doing?
do notice, because maybe you were the last one out because you were admiring your nails.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then you watch as Hunter pauses for a moment, takes a couple steps back, puts his head in a hallway, straightens back up, and starts walking again.
Yo, library boy, what's up?
Did nobody else hear that?
Hear what?
A lot of whispers and shit, like coming from the hallway.
Do you say that out loud?
Just
Or
to
just to Riley?
just to Riley.
I don't hear anything if that's what you're asking.
But stand like in the hall, like in this corridor.
I will stand in the hall and listen.
You don't hear anything. But Hunter, as you approach this hall and then you stick your head down, the whispers come back and they're there in the back of your head.
Can I make anything out that they're saying?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, just random words. Doesn't seem coherent.
So
but
I'm gonna take a couple, like just 2 steps down the hallway just to see if it gets a little clearer.
Do I still not notice them at this point?
roll me another spot hidden.
Okay.
Because as far as I know, you guys have kept on walking.
It's that moment when you're walking. You're tired.
I have 60 luck points. I'm
As
considering
am I.
using them.
You could.
Oh God.
I would recommend Keeper Lord Fate suggests that you don't use that. That would probably end very poorly for you.
I know, but this is a breach. This is a breach of all things that should not be breached.
You don't know.
No, I don't, but I should.
So,
Okay, is there like an equivalent of an insight check to see if I believe what Hunter is telling me or if he's just pulling my fucking leg?
Psychology?
That's what I would say.
I'd say psychology.
I think it is psychology in this case.
Psychology.
Okay, so
Psychology
psychology.
check.
Sure, let's see how badly this goes.
Oh, you could use luck points.
I am going to use. Do I need to just hit the 10 or do I have to get
Yeah.
below the 10?
You have to hit 10.
I will use 5 luck points to turn that into a success.
Okay, reduce your luck score by 5.
Okay, so that's now.
You believe you're skeptical at first, but then you start to notice that he don't look quite right in the eye, and you're realizing that he believes what he's saying. And Hunter, as you took those additional steps down the hall, the whispers start to become clearer. So, and you hear. Hold on one second. I will type this to you.
Okay.
Because only you can hear it.
Secrets, we got
I'm
it.
going. While that's going, I'm going to go down, turn the hall down. He does that. Never mind.
We'll wait till he's back.
Yeah.
Also, it is 8:08, so we could just take a break.
Yeah, I think we're due for a break.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Short 15 minute break.
Yep. Let's do a 10-minute break, boys.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen out there in Twitchland, thank you for joining us in this descent into madness.
Welcome to my hell. It's gonna be great.
But we will be back in about 10 minutes, so 8:18 local time, and we will resume the madness. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Operation Cathedral, a Call of Cthulhu story. We'll be right back.
The more you know.
And we are clear. are back, and yes, that really did. Oh, all the cameras got rearranged.
Oh wow.
Like they all.
Oh, dear.
they all
Oh.
clockwise.
Yeah.
Clockwise.
Okay.
Oh, well, hello, I am Hunter.
I am Riley Thompson. I'm a badass motherfucker.
Alright.
I have no idea where I am, so.
Oh, now you're
There
in
we
your
go.
spot. There we go.
I'm just. Yeah,
Suck.
I am now in my spot.
On OBX. OBS.
OBX, the new generation of OBS,
OBS is
Streamlabs.
special.
X gonna give it to you.
Oh, you're using Streamlabs OBS? That
Yeah.
might be why. Okay.
X gonna give it to you.
So.
All right.
So Hunter's hearing some whispers.
Hi.
And Hunter, I need you to roll me an intelligence check.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh
Hunter, I
God,
just
where
want to
is
say,
it?
by the way, I'm sorry. Sorry, that's fine. Hunter, I just want to say I'm sorry.
Click on intelligence.
Just intelligence? Okay.
Yeah, just intelligence.
I clicked on it, and then
And then you roll it like
regular roll.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. I have a 72. That was a 30%
Oh.
chance. Shit.
Might be a good thing. Might be a good thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think it
Don't
is.
quite comprehend. You understand what is being said in that little private message, but you don't comprehend what it means. So you're only going to lose 1d3 sanity points.
Oh!
That's why it was a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what this means, but okay. That's
So
concerning.
Roll me a d3.
Question, what the heck is up
AKA
with the
D6.
D3s?
Just a D6 and then like odds
Divided by
are-
2.
Yeah, we're divided by two.
Oh, so sort of like a coin flip.
Yeah,
Even though.
a D3 as an actual physical dice does exist. They look
Okay,
real
that's
weird.
I believe it.
2,
Okay. You lose one sanity point.
1, hooray!
Also, just FYI, Roll20 can roll D3s.
Yep. Yes.
I didn't
yes,
realize. Where is it?
It's slash
Slash
R
R.
or one
Okay.
roll. Yeah, slash R
R
space
slash
1 D3.
1D3. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then we just. Do I have to edit my sanity then?
Yes,
Yes, you do.
Okay, we'll go edit mode. And I'll do that.
Mode.
Just 1, you said, correct?
Yep. Do you lose 1 sanity because you got lucky on your roll there?
You lucky.
Dun dun dun
Lucky,
dun.
lucky.
So, Riley, you definitely watch as Hunter looks like he's listening to something.
I'm gonna turn down the hallway. Hey, bird guy professor, come back here for a second.
I'm gonna. Do we hear this?
Yeah.
I would certainly hope so.
I hope so too. Over just that time.
Because at this point, it would just be ridiculous.
Spot him. No. No, I'm gonna.
Make an intelligence check.
I'm gonna go down that. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna turn around, walk back down. You guys shouldn't be in here.
Wait! Don't you hear that? You don't hear that.
No, it doesn't matter if I heard anything. If you hear anything, don't listen to it.
Why not?
Because if you hear something that nobody else hears, it usually means that it might be one of us, one of our things trying to fuck with you.
But why wouldn't you have that just in better security instead of like in the hallway?
Wait,
It's in the hall.
So,
see, here's the
Crow,
thing.
you
Yes?
definitely know that down that direction of the hallway does inevitably lead to a set of stairs that takes people to the vault.
Oh. It's okay, listen. It's not a corridor per se. It's more than that. It's not just lying around somewhere down there. It's
Okay, I was gonna say, if you keep things lying around in hallways, that's not gonna end well. Especially when it's talking about fire, you know?
Either way, you do not need to go down that hallway. We do not need to go down that hallway. We are not going down that hallway. We are leaving.
I mean, shouldn't we?
We are leaving.
Riley's just gonna make a mental note of where that corridor is,
Same.
just for purposes.
Same.
Is it
For
best?
more obvious purposes.
Mhm, mhm.
I'm just saying purposes.
Okay.
Hunter, let's go. We're all exhausted. I'm sure
I mean-
we'll be back soon.
We really should go check that out at some point, though, because that's
We
weird.
will leave that. That is somebody else's problem, not ours.
I would disagree. I would say it's very
Yeah.
much my problem because
No,
I'm
it's
the
not.
one hearing shit.
It is not your problem. Trust me. When you shut up, I almost said something I shouldn't have.
Oh, I see how it is.
Keeper, may I try and spot hidden or listen to see if I could hear them?
You won't need to roll. You won't be able to hear anything.
Oh, all right. I
It's
listened
all
very
in my
closely,
head.
but it's like you can see her
Full
eyes are
silence.
getting a little bit
Do I
big.
still hear it? Is it just going?
As you guys are moving away from the hall, it gets quieter.
Okay,
Until
because it's still
completely gone.
okay. That's weird. That's real weird.
Okay.
All right.
So
Alright,
not
okay.
not being native to the surrounding area, but not being a native to the area, but knowing the immediate surrounding area, is there like a hotel or something?
So your sleeping arrangements, you could either barracks here in the in one of the sublevels. There is an agent's barracks. There is outside of the bureau. So you could probably get. You guys could definitely achieve a hotel room at any of the various hotels in town. And there's a couple low-end hotels not too far away. Or you can proceed out to a safe house.
I'm going to look at Crow and say, well, you were our, for lack of a better term, our babysitter. What do you suggest? Where do you suggest we stay? I will, however, suggest that it's probably not a good idea to stay here if we could. She's going to look worriedly over at Hunter.
Listen, I was told I was supposed to stay here every night, so I'm fine leaving. Honestly,
I'm not comfortable with you staying here.
neither am I.
Nor am I comfortable you being near here. As
Well,
much
Hannah.
as it pains me to say this, I think we're going to have to go a little bit outside of town in order to find a low-end hotel.
Outside of town?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hey, Keeper,
still
do I
kinda-
have any technically safe houses that I might know of that might not be being watched?
You have a couple of bolt holes for sure, but you're unsure about whether or not they're being surveyed. Because again, you're not really sure about a whole lot of things because you've been cooped up in the agency for a couple days.
Okay.
Since the raid on Easy 88.
Okay. Which one's the one that I use the least? That is most likely not being surveyed.
It would probably be on the far end of town. So it would be. Hang on, I need to reference a map real quick. Excuse me.
Riley, just out of curiosity, where did you get the number 88?
Oh, I pulled that out of my ass.
Because it used to be called Melodies in the operation thing.
Was it Melodies? Or
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
tired
tired
and I
and I
was
was
pulling
pulling
stuff out of my rump.
How about this? Melodies was the hotel, and then 88 was the thing.
Yeah.
The street number.
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right.
You know, Melodies off of 88th Street and Park West.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, your least used bolt hole is actually towards the south end of town, by the riverside. Because for folks at home, Washington D.C. does have a sizable river running alongside it, and then another tributary river, specifically the Anacostia and the Potomac. So, but you have a little bolt hole over by the Potomac.
Okay, so it's by the Potomac. Well, I might have a place by the Potomac that we might be able to crash at.
Okay. I'm down for that.
I don't know about that. Not to sound like I'm apprehensive about you or
But you
your
are.
or your capabilities, but
But
I
you
know
are.
I know the bureau through and through, and the fact that I'm not erring on the caution of that we should go to a bureau safe house means something. Would hopefully mean something to you.
That's exactly why I want to go to one of my places. I know of all the good spotting points, so I should be able to find anyone who could or could not be watching.
Decisions.
This is one that I did not organize. This is always fun to watch the investigator egos clash.
Hunter and I are probably just together, just like
Looking back and forth as each one talks.
yeah.
Well, since we're all going to sit here and glower at each other, I would suggest that maybe we go someplace that is kind of further away from things that whisper in dark corridors for no particular reason, because Crow is afraid of shit that I might do, and also avoid people that kind of maybe sort of want Miss Thompson and or all of the rest of us dead. So, how about that?
That is exactly why I said go out of town, go to a low-end motel. As uncomfortable as it may be, it's the only safe place I can think.
I do have
But
safe places in Exandria. If you
You
want
have
me to go
safe
a little
places.
bit
but ever
out of
since,
town.
Exandria?
of course, you have safe places. But how many of those safe places do you know for certain aren't being watched?
Well, considering that I have been locked up in a cage for 5 days, courtesy of you guys, I couldn't tell you.
Exactly. That's why we're going out of town.
And how can we tell that your so-called safe places aren't being watched either?
Because nobody knows that they're safe places. Because they're not.
And what is the point of a safe house that's not safe?
That's exactly the point.
And that's exactly why I would prefer to go to one of my places.
I have an idea. Let's go to the library.
You know what? No.
Why not? It's not
Because
like
I don't fancy
to go back to the library.
Because I don't fancy sleeping on books.
I've got a bed. Had a bed. I don't know.
We are going to a motel.
And I know of a decent motel that would be a good safe spot.
Okay, wonderful. That is perfect. All right, let's go.
So we're not going to the library.
No, we're not going to the library.
Damn.
Okay. So
My head is still on a fucking swivel though.
So
So
you
we'll
see
proceed
upstairs,
upstairs.
the main floor of the bureau. Most of the lights are off, as the office portion is definitely buttoned up for the night. As you get upstairs, you do notice the clock. It is like 3 a.m.
Wow.
We were in that
Wonder
corridor looking at it for a
bragging.
while.
Was very so because you guys researched late into the night, and then
I'm still awake.
so the only real light you see with movement by it is that of the receptionist. So different receptionist this time, as she sits at the desk. It's a rather small, slim, raven-haired lady. Sounds like she looks up. Is like, oh, I didn't realize there was anybody due out. So are you? So you all are heading out?
Yes, we are.
Yes, and I would like my weapons, please.
I would like my ball bearings and my brass pipe and the nuts and the bolts and the nails and the screws. I need those.
So let's see here. You are
Zoe, do you
Crow,
have-
right?
Yes, Midnight Crow.
So and she pulls out like 3 like baskets. So and puts them on the desk. So these were the items that were checked in. So here you are, and have a safe evening.
I take all my parts.
I'm gonna make sure all of my shit's there first.
I'm counting each individual ball bearing. I had exactly 26.
It's
You want to
3.
hit exactly 26.
Spot
Spot
hidden.
hidden.
It is 3
Oh
in
god.
the goddamn morning. I am too tired for your bullshit.
I need all 26 ball bearings.
I'm not saying this in character, by the way. I'm just saying it with his accent. You do what you need to.
You need me to roll spot hidden to make sure I have all 26 ball bearings.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Because
I'm making Riley
have to spot hidden to make sure nothing's gone missing.
It's,
Yes,
Yes, everyone has
all
all-
their pieces and parts.
thank
Okay.
goodness.
Yay.
I have to double check. This is Riley. I'm sorry.
No, you know what? That's fair enough. If I had a gun or 5, I'd want to make sure they're all there
Pretty
as well.
sure it's 12.
It's a number that y'all
It's a
will never know
jacket.
for sure.
It's a jacket
At
made out of
least
guns.
12. Zoe, some of your shit's gone.
Yep, though as far as you can tell, all your stuff is there.
I don't feel like I'm missing anything. But you gotta imagine her eyes are like drooping, watering. Looks like she's not feeling all that well, honestly.
I feel like I'm the only one who is reasonably awake at this point.
You are the only one who's reasonably awake.
I mean, no,
It's 3
Riley's
in the
pretty
morning.
reasonably awake, honestly.
Cool. So we have the night owls and we have the
Yeah.
morning doves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe's not normally a morning dove, but oh boy. All that cursive print just wiped her out.
I'm into it. I like cursive. It's good.
So, but
Anyway,
but yeah. So you collect your parts and you leave the bureau. And you're heading for a hotel.
Yeah. Specifically,
hotel
I
outside
would
of
like.
town.
Yeah, I want to go to one in Exandria that's not close to one of where my speakeasies are, but within the same vicinity, if that makes any sense.
Okay, and how are you getting there?
Think we could find a taxi this late?
It's worth a shot.
Nope. Not a single taxi.
Nope.
We walking. I got feet.
Who can drive? Nobody can drive? Okay, then we're walking.
I could drive if I
I mean, I read a book about driving once. I'm sure I could figure it out.
I can drive, but I would not trust myself at this hour.
It was more along the
It'll be
lines of,
fine.
does anybody have a car that they own and can drive?
Why would I own a car?
Do
I don't want to waste 4 months of wages on that shit.
would one of my would I have a car? Probably. Would I have had a car?
So you, at your enterprises, you would have at least a handful of vehicles.
Okay.
So for personal vehicles, you have one that was kind of the boss car that has not been sold off to debtors at this point.
Hmm. Do I have any lower key cars that I might have access to, or is it only boss?
That's about the only personal vehicle. All the rest of them are like work trucks.
Actually, a work truck might be better. A little less conspicuous.
I think so.
Well, I have a truck we can take if you want.
I can sit in the back of a truck.
I can do truck. That works for me.
Alright, then I'll lead them down a series of streets and alleys to get to where said truck is located.
Okay. So,
Keeping an eye out.
okay, those of you keeping an eye out, roll me a spot hidden. And it's going to be at hard difficulty.
Because we're so tired.
Okay.
You're all so tired. and it is
Even
dark.
me? Oh, it's dark. That's fair, and I can't.
Damn
fix
it! I would have been fine if that was regular difficulty. But no.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
We noticed. We know nothing, Jon Snow.
Nothing.
You know nothing.
Alright. So, you take a set of streets to kind of an out of the way part of town. So just way off the main boulevards, and it's a little garage. And after you pull out your keys, you open up the garage, and there is a old work truck that looks like it would make more sense on a farm than it would driving down city streets. But it's obviously some form of delivery vehicle. So, like, complete, like, we're talking, like, Grapes of Wrath, the kind of truck that normally has, like, the wooden fences on either side.
That is fantastic.
Wow.
I'm starting to feel Crow's. I'm starting to feel the Crow sleepiness. Hold on. Give me a second.
So, but yeah, so
you
Chug, 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 chug. I'm sorry.
don't chug the vodka.
It didn't look like vodka. It's fine.
It's vinegar.
It's vinegar.
I like your style.
It's vinegar. Pussy.
Pussy.
Yeah, that's when he pisses pickles.
I think we almost made him lose it.
Almost. In fact, almost.
Pistols. Got him. Got him.
Wow.
Yes.
Are we not amused by the idea of pistols coming out of his pickle?
Pistols.
Oh my god.
Y'all think Joe's English is bad. Welcome to mine.
Yeah, folks. For the kids.
I can see his face getting red.
And it's pretty dark there. So that's impressive. Got him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We got
we
it.
got him.
Admittedly, it is literally 3 a.m. for Jack right now.
Almost 4.
Almost 4. So,
Okay, I'm okay.
Yeah, so you. Yep. Truck is ready and raring to go. Who's driving?
I will.
you should not let me drive. It would be a bad idea. Out of character. Bad idea.
I mean, I don't know if think it's the best that Riley's driving, but we'll do it.
late at
Yeah.
night.
Riley's
The engine
driving.
turns over with a and these are old cars, so that means that very loud, very loud.
So it's more like.
Yeah. So, but it kicks on just fine. So, go ahead and make me a driving roll.
Oh
Uh-oh.
god.
Was it a good idea to let you behind the wheel?
I mean, I don't think any of us have really high drive autos for the
I have
record.
the basic shit. Oh.
And as we crash headfirst into a
Oh
tree.
dear.
Do we even get going?
Yes, it's just that it's a little jittery as the vehicle, as you know, Riley is trying to
Oh,
remember
right.
how exactly a clutch works.
This is stick shift. So it's like a new driver where it's like.
Oh boy.
And then spot hit.
At least we... Oh fuck's sake.
At hard difficulty. 'Cause
At hard
you are
again?
difficulty
tired
Everyone?
and it is dark.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Oh. I mean, you
Okay,
could
no,
always...
actually, hold on. Can I use 3 luck points?
Yes, you
To
may,
make
if
that
you
as
would like to nudge that down.
Nope. I don't see shit. I've got like night blindness. I'm like, I can't see anything, guys.
I will deduct 3 luck points to make that
Okay.
a success.
Ah,
So,
good one.
So, everybody else is focused on their own thing. Riley's focused on trying to figure out how stick shift works. Zoe is
Nearly
despite how,
asleep.
nearly asleep, despite how uncomfortable
Uncomfy.
this vehicle is. Because again, this is old. This is an old vehicle. They were not built for
And
this.
stick shift, so it's not gonna end well at all.
So, but Wallace is just asleep in the bed of the pickup, just like he's fine.
Hour nap. We good. I can sleep anyway.
So, but Crow, you are keeping an eye out, and you notice that there's another vehicle following you with their headlights turned off.
All right. I'm going to gesture over to Riley. I don't need to interrupt you whilst you're driving, but we have a tail.
Oh, lovely.
I don't know many of face. Do I know? Okay, so I'm going to turn to Riley. Do you know of any shortcuts and alleyways that we can possibly get down?
Hold on to your seats.
Excuse me.
And I'll start
Try
going
again.
down.
Fuck the 2 people in the bed of the pickup.
Yep.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm still asleep.
Yeah, you're still asleep, so you're
Fuck.
gonna have a real bad time.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I am also still asleep because
Oh no!
I've been traveling. I've had some worse car. It's like,
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Say goodbye to your researchers.
Alright.
Yikes.
I need a driving, and it's going to be a more difficult one because you're trying to pull maneuver in a truck that's not designed to turn on a dime.
Okay. Is it hard or regular?
It's hard.
Oh, God.
I believe in you. Pray to the dice gods.
God damn it. I can't even knock that to a success either. It's too high.
So
Yep.
you try to step on it, but again, you don't normally drive. Normally, you get one of your workers to drive for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we watch as the vehicles start to lurch forward, and you immediately discard the idea of trying to pull down an alley. Instead, you just start trying to pour on speed, and we're watching as this old ranky truck just start rattling up and down, up and down, up and down. Shake everybody awake.
Someone needs to check the suspension.
So the cab fits the driver and one other person. Who's in the bed of the pickup?
Wait.
So Hunter and who else?
Zoe, for sure.
Yeah, we already decided without any real discussion who was where.
I mean, I thought it kind of came
Yeah.
naturally.
All right. So for the folks in the bed, I need you both to either roll me a strength or dexterity check at extreme difficulty because you both were asleep in the bed.
God.
Dex
Pray.
is because
Pray
of
again.
Strength. Strength is a dumb
Strength or
stat,
dexterity?
apparently.
Dex, I'm going with. Oh!
Is this a regular roll?
It's extreme.
No, it's extreme.
Oh,
difficult.
shit. Oh, no.
I
Oh,
told
no.
ya! I've been in this kind of
Oh god.
bumpiness.
No,
I think
I'm out.
So, Hunter, you are startled awake as you suddenly slam into the tailgate. So, and we hear the crunch of wood as your weight just fully hits into it. Yes, it is a homebrew campaign. Welcome to the stream. So, and you hurt now. So you're gonna take 1 HP worth of damage from slamming into.
Ouch.
So you start awake and it's like
just like Egypt.
The lights on the other vehicles snap on, and they start again.
Who turned on the fucking lights?
Who the fuck is driving?
Oh yeah, I'm going to reach for Hunter and grab his leg, try and pull him out of breaking the board.
Ouch.
All right.
Oh shit, are you okay?
I hurt. That hurt a lot. I'm pretty sure I'm just bruised, but fuck. Ow.
So, alright. Riley. Make another driving check.
Oh fuck. Is it what difficulty is it at?
It's still at hard difficulty because you are not very good at driving. So you're also having a bitch of a time with this truck.
Oh no.
I'm gonna say that due to the adrenaline pumping through my veins, I'm gonna say, if you want, I can take the wheel.
I think you're gonna need to take the wheel.
Okay.
Midnight, take the wheel.
Fuck yeah.
Take
Yeah.
it from my hand.
Yeah, please take the wheel. I will. Yeah.
Okay, so what happens there is Riley is like trying to gun this old truck down the road here, trying to get some space between them and this vehicle following them. And then she hits a pothole.
Oh god.
So,
Fuck.
bed choke. I need you to
Oh,
make a
no.
straight dex check.
Oh boy, here we go.
This time it's at hard difficulty.
Okay.
You're awake now.
Because you guys don't see it coming at all.
Ow.
Oh, fuck.
no!
Bye guys. I'm out. See ya.
Still have a hold of Hunter's ankle.
Oh, yes, you do, don't you?
Oh no.
And with a hop, a skip, and a pothole, Zoe, you immediately lose grip with the truck. And Hunter, you hadn't even recovered fully from slamming into the back end of the vehicle, and this pothole hit, and the fact that good shocks aren't a thing in the 20s. We watch
Shocks
as
aren't a thing at all.
boom, and Hunter, and followed by Zoe, who is hanging onto Hunter, bounce out of the bed of the pickup.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna have to break immediately.
Roll me. So one of you two, roll me a d20 of fate.
Oh shit.
I got it. We're fucked either way. I got this. Hold on. 18. 18's not bad.
That's okay.
That's
good.
okay. That's not bad.
It's all right. You might still be in with a chance.
Bounce out, and we watch as you two soar into a bush. And you are
Yeet.
in this bush. And both of you take 2 HP worth of damage.
Ouch! It's a rose bush, isn't it?
It's a rose bush.
God damn it. Fucking roses.
Okay.
So, Crow, roll me a spot hidden to see if you notice your
Oh no! Oh shit!
Oh,
Is this
fuck.
at regular?
hard difficulty.
Oh,
no.
You were worried.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh.
Oh no!
I could knock off 4 and just notice them, but
Fuck that, right?
This could be funnier.
oh, now I'm considering. Do I use my luck points now? I've got 60 of them, so
You got a ton, plenty. Come on.
okay. You know what? No, I'm knocking off. I'm knocking off an additional 4. I'm noticing these guys, and lack of them in the truck.
Senpai has noticed me.
At first, it's like almost like a flicker at your eye, and then you turn and you watch as these 2 people who were put under your charge go sailing from the
We,
bed
like-
of this pick 'em up
Okay.
truck.
We like roll
you
around
like,
each other.
you'll
You
have
just see
this,
a single
like,
lens.
time slows down as you it's like Ethan goes in like almost like PETA music in the back or
In the arms of an angel, fly away from
before watching
here.
them both slam into a bush.
Okay. So with this
This
knowledge,
is your fault.
is that car still following us, or is it stopped?
Oh yes, it's still
Interesting. Okay, so it's either you or me that's causing the issue here.
Probably me.
and it is gaining a
Oh,
lot.
no.
Okay,
Take
then
over.
I have one crazy stupid idea. Okay, so I'm gonna look over to Riley. On my word, bail.
Okay.
Shit.
I'm gonna slam on the brakes. Bail. I'm gonna wait till they've gained enough. I'm gonna wait until they've gained enough speed. And I'm gonna try and I'm gonna gain enough speed
Oh,
like
I
running
see.
away.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna slam on the brakes.
Driving check.
Driving check? Okay.
Do you drive better than Riley?
It's also going to be hard because you're no, it's going to be extreme because you're also trying to switch seats with Riley in the middle of a high-speed chase.
High speed, just to keep everyone aware, because this is 1924,
speed.
is 35
Please.
miles an hour.
Yep.
Please.
High
Anybody that is listening, any probability gods, please let this work. Because it
I
would
know,
be so
please.
awesome if it does.
Survey says. Nope.
Oh,
Wow.
but
Okay, no, I'm using luck on that. I'm using my luck. I've it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
So you use 4 luck points and you stabilize the vehicle enough that this is a very awkward swap. Just because you are a big dude and Riley is also not like tiny. This is not Zoe tiny. So
She
it's
burly.
very-
She
it's also
works.
very
She kicks
cramped.
ass.
It's also a very cramped cab. So
Alright.
swapping is very difficult.
I
Okay.
need to get those
But
renders to the
you-
public
you-
somehow.
You destabilize, and you don't lose any more ground to the
Sweet.
pursuers.
As we're getting ready to bail, I'm gonna have like my hand and my pistol ready to draw it out as soon as we bail.
Okay.
So we're gonna be gaining enough speed. I'm gonna gain enough speed to where they want to catch up to us, and then right as they're on our tail, I'm gonna slam on the brakes and I'm gonna bail out.
Yep. I'm gonna have my pistols ready.
Okay. So meanwhile, in the bush of pain,
Ow.
so
Ugh, I agree.
I knew I hated roses for a reason.
thank you, Xanax, the Arc. Yeah,
Thanks.
this is a campaign inspired by Cultist Simulator game. So I'm
Neat.
using that as a base. So, thanks for saying hello, and we'll hopefully catch you on the next one.
Yee.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, back to pain. Ah! I'm gonna carefully make my way out of the bush on the opposite side of the road. So that way I am not in immediate sight of what the fuck ever just happened.
Same, and I help you out because I know you were in pain earlier, probably bruised, and you're just take it slow. It's
Yeah, that hurt.
ugh.
Oh, I'm gonna hurt in the morning. Fuck.
Oh yes. I think hot bath is in order in the
Oh,
morning.
that sounds great, actually. I'm not super huge into baths, but God, that sounds good.
It'll relax everything that hurts.
Yeah. Fuck.
Ugh, I've got some pain in my shoulders. We must have been jolting around quite a bit.
Let's say we just head back to the bureau. I don't think we got that far. I think that's going to be the closest option at this point.
And I probably don't know that they leaped out of the truck, do I?
Nope.
No, they just continued on. They just left us here. For all we know, they just left us.
Well, I don't think it's a good idea to go get you back to the bureau.
I
But
mean,
I
they told
can
me
put-
I was supposed to stay there anyway.
I
So they're
can
probably going to be mad I'm not even there right now.
I doubt that. You were put in Crow's responsibility,
Yeah.
and he and Riley are.
fucking
Help.
gone.
Well, you understand why we were being chased.
Yeah, which is weird. Who does
You
that?
don't know what happened because you
Who?
both
What the
were
fuck
stupid.
happened? I don't understand.
Oh, I thought I saw the bright headlights though.
Nope, because you failed your spot in.
Ah,
Oh,
we didn't see shit. So like, all we know is that they sped up, and I went flying.
Oh no, I did mention to Riley that we were being followed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to Riley. No, not to Riley. No, to Zoe, because Zoe was driving.
No,
Riley
Riley's
was the one
driving.
driving.
Oh, Riley was driving.
Yeah,
Oh,
Riley's
Yeah.
driving. Zoe and I were in the back of the car.
okay.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I thought Zoe was driving. Never mind.
No.
Okay.
No, we're fucked. We're just there.
No.
We don't know what's going on. All we know is we just got bumped out of the
Yeah.
back of a truck for no real known reason, and in the middle of a street in DC. That's all we know.
I can put us up somewhere. Let's just get somewhere safe.
Yeah. All right, let's get walking. Where are we
Don't
going?
worry. I would say somewhere, a hotel, like not too up class, but not really a dive either.
Okay,
Because A, I was worried about the mob, or I would be worried about the mob,
fair.
and B, a place I would feel safe,
Yeah, that's fair. Library? I'm really liking the idea of my library again.
Well,
You
You
understand
understand
that Yale's
Yale's
in Boston, right?
Right. I forgot about that.
Yours is burnt and far away, and also I don't think any libraries are open at this hour.
Good point. I was thinking my library, but yeah, that's in Boston. Fuck. Shit.
I understand.
Sorry, I'm still kind of addled. You know,
That's
hit pretty
all right.
hard, and then the bush, and then the
Yes.
yeah. Time and space and distance. It's all relative anyway.
Yes, indeed. Well, at least my eyes have stopped jumping around.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know how you do that shit.
Would I know the nearest hotel to where we are?
First of all, you have to ascertain where you are. So
navigate rolls.
Okay.
At hard difficulty because it is late at night.
Shit. This one went well.
Got an echo there.
Oh, sorry, that's me.
That's all right.
Let's try that.
Yeah.
Navigate at hard difficulty, you said?
Correct.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This probably won't be good for me, but. Ay.
Seriously?
Double rolls! What?
Oh shit! How does that happen?
Clue where anything is. We don't fucking know.
This floor is made out of the floor.
Smells like dirt.
I'm pretty sure this is dirt. All I know is that we're on a street.
Did I finally go blind? All I see
Washington.
is blackness.
I know we're on a street in Washington. I don't know if that's Washington, D.C. or if that's Washington State.
Why is that a roll?
We're in Washington.
Oh
Why is-
shit!
Oh, those
Yeah.
two rolls.
Oh no. I don't like these two rolls.
Me neither.
You should.
Does a police officer come find us?
No, you wish it was.
Oh no.
Oh shit!
You start.
It was a bear.
You are tired. You are hurt. And you're not sure what the hell was going on. Well, actually, this is also the point where I also say that you guys could push the rolls.
Okay.
Which you could re-roll. But it means that whatever happens if you fail is worse.
Oh, it's double or nothing.
It's a double or nothing.
Okay. Okay.
Either of you wish to re-attempt the roll.
I mean, it's already pretty fucked, honestly.
Yeah. What else?
And I only have a 17% chance of getting it.
17 and 15% chance divided between the two of you. If one of you fails, that's a double crit.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stick with it. I'm not pushing it. Fuck no. Not at that level of not for double critical.
Okay.
I'm already fucked. I'm not fucking myself over more.
Alright, Zoe.
Instead of one bear, it's two bears.
All of a sudden, from the third-story window, a bear with knives drops out.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, Percy suddenly loses his arm.
Percy lost his arm.
All right. It can't be much worse, and if one of us does it, that's better than two. So.
Oh no.
Alright, go ahead and hit that. Push the roll.
No.
Still not great, but at least it was less than 90.
Yes, but
Failure is still a failure.
We're still fucked.
Well,
You're just more fucked than you were before.
aimlessly. You think you know where you're going, but it doesn't turn out you know much of anything. And the moon is out, and it is full.
Oh, we
Oh,
get bitten
God.
by werewolves.
You guys go through twists and turns in the city, down various lonely streets, bathed in darkness and the occasional street lamp. But inevitably, you do accept the fact that you are both very, very lost. And honestly, it feels a little odd. So, Hunter, you feel the hairs on the back of your neck start to rise a bit.
Oh no.
Both of
Both of
you
you.
spot hidden.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
no. Oh no, I have an idea of what's gonna happen. Oh no.
Normal
This is it.
or
This is
hard?
this is the moment where the
Be
entire
abnormal.
Regular, okay. Please, please,
This is it.
please.
Yeah.
This is the, I can't have a third nat 1 in my life.
Oh God.
Oh,
So
sorry.
Hunter, so the hairs at the back of your neck tip you off, and you look back the way from whence you came. You both have managed to pull down an alleyway, hoping for a shortcut.
Oh no.
At this point, I was just hoping for a bench.
And at the end of the alleyway, like, it's kind of hard to perceive, but you can see a shadow. A shadow on the wall of the
Oh,
alley.
no.
Alley.
Meanwhile, back with the chase.
Meanwhile, with the 35-mile-per-hour chase.
Hey,
Ah!
5 hours, no joke, because you still shatter bones.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You won't die instantly, and that's almost worse.
So you have maintained distance, and you're rapidly approaching a bridge. You're rapidly approaching a bridge to cross the Potomac in order to get on the road to get down towards Alexandria. If I'm reading this map correctly. I may not.
Bailing into the Potomac wouldn't be a bad idea. Just saying.
I want to try and bail.
You swim.
I want to try and bail before then, because swimming was not on my agenda.
Okay. What are you doing?
Okay, so I'm going to maintain with my original plan. I'm going to wait until they get close. And then I'm going to hit the brakes, and we're going to bail before the bridge.
Okay. Roll me driving.
Okie dokie.
It is going to be at hard difficulty because this is a unusual maneuver. Would you like to push your roll?
I have a 1 in 10 chance.
Not worth it.
This is not a drive-by.
That pushing when you push a roll, you cannot spend luck on a roll that you have pushed.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Good to know. Yeah, forgot that.
Well, I mean, it's not a critical.
So you would just make it a crit fail.
So yeah, by doing that, if I failed, then it would be a crit fail.
Exactly.
If I fail at all, then it would be a guaranteed crit fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it, dude.
No, it's not worth it.
As somebody who is critical failed twice tonight.
Alright.
Nice gods have not
Attempt
been
this
kind.
Maneuver, you slam on the brakes, and the other vehicle bowls up and plows into the back of the truck before you have a chance to say boo. And at this point, it pushes you guys onto the bridge going over the Potomac.
I want to bail out into the water.
Okay, so for you, I need a. Hold on, let me just make sure.
Swim, probably.
Well, first of all.
Oh, you got to make sure she gets in the river, right?
Yep. Make me a dexterity throw. So just select dexterity in there, and then because it is a bridge and it's a little bit unusual, this will be relatively easy. So this one will be at regular difficulty because it is a bridge. It's kind of hard to miss the river. I had to word that out to myself for a second.
Seriously,
Would you like to push your roll?
Doesn't seem like the dice really like us tonight either.
You guys were rolling super hot earlier.
I never roll hot. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna push my roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Show me your.
I'm
Well-
fucked either way, honestly.
No, we're all fucked. Oh!
And I can't use luck.
You cannot use luck.
Motherfucker.
Damn it.
You bail before Crow says anything, but you don't quite clear.
Ugh, fuck.
And the edge of your your pant leg gets caught on something, and you are hanging out the side of this truck, and your torso is dragging on the pavement.
Damn you, thigh sheaf.
Take.
Oh no.
You're going to take 6 points of damage to your HP.
Ouch.
Okay, so. Okay.
It also is to note you are uncomfortably close to the rear wheels of your own vehicle, and subsequently the front wheels of the vehicle that just slammed into the back of the pickup truck.
Okay, I want to try to maneuver to get at least my torso off of the ground, and I want to shoot at the other car's wheel.
You can do one or the other. You cannot do both in one go here.
Okay. I'm gonna get myself up from taking more damage.
Alright, dexterity.
Do not fuck me. Yo, do not fuck me. Okay.
Shoo.
Huzzah! Gil did not fuck you.
Crow.
Yes.
You felt that definitely the vehicle behind you slam into yours, and it threw you into disarray. You are now over the Potomac, which is where you did not want to be. What are you going to do?
I have no goddamn clue.
So, alright, we will let him stew upon that. You have also
Meanwhile-
noticed that Miss Thompson is absent from the cab.
Okay, I know that Miss Thompson is absent from the cab. You know what else I noticed? That my plan didn't work at all. I've got a car rammed into my ass, quite literally. Both my colleagues have gone. All three of my colleagues have gone.
You had one job.
I've got
You
one
did
job.
have one
Yes.
job.
I have one job, and it all went to shit.
You had one job. Keep the crazy out of the library. Keep him in eyesight. And keep the other two around to help you.
It's
And
a
find
bad
the
day
man with the
for-
rod. So technically you had two jobs.
We will come
Go.
back to you, bro.
No, I've got an idea. A single fucking idea.
Singular, not plural, singular.
I'm gonna grab Miss Thompson. I'm gonna grab her, and we're going to roll into the brush.
You are over the Potomac. You are on a bridge, friend.
I thought you said we were over the bridge.
No.
No.
you
Yeah,
are
like over isn't like on the bridge.
Yeah, sorry,
Mhm.
Americanism.
Yeah, sorry. Our words are weird.
It's very true. We had to take a bunch from a bunch of different languages and smush them all together like
Haha, it's bullshit.
Fine, then I'm grabbing her and we're diving into the river.
Yeet!
Which is what I was trying to do anyway. So
Yeah.
So, because of the type of maneuver you wish to pull, it will be dexterity at extreme difficulty, because Riley is currently on the towards the back end of the truck right now, and she has gotten herself pulled up, and she's hanging onto the side of the truck right now, opposite
hear
of
this-
the driver's side.
Tell me you're a dex still.
You hear this disembodied
I've
voice.
got-
I believe in you, Crow.
I've got 70
Oh,
to my dexterity.
shit.
And at
Oh my
extreme
God.
difficulty, that turns into a 6.
That turns into a 6.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
man.
Because extreme and hard difficulties reduce your skill value.
It's still a chance. It's worth a shot.
Would you like to reconsider for an easier maneuver?
Sorry, I just went dark. I'm experimenting with lighting because this one was blinding me.
Okay, so I'm going to not grab her instead. I'm going to tear off that piece of clothing that's kept her pinned to the car.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bail into the river. She will bail. She's in mid bail, so that hopefully that will become an actual bail into the river. I will join her in the river on the other side.
Okay. So it's safe to say, because of your vocation, you have some sort of knife and or cutting tool upon your person. You need to
Yes.
cut the scrap of pant leg that was caught on a piece of trim of the vehicle. Of course, this is all swerving very badly now, as this other vehicle is just plowing into you all. You hear various shouts from the other vehicle, and then I need a dexterity I need a dex throw at hard difficulty
That's fine.
to leap into the Potomac.
I believe in you.
Would you like to push your roll?
Oh, dear.
Fuck it.
Oh, shit. Oh! Oh, no!
No.
Well, I hope you liked Midnight Crow, because that's about the last event.
His arms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom, spaghetti. He's nervous. On the surface, he looks calm and ready.
This is it. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10.
Oh, fuck, man.
Crow,
Just-
try to jump. Operative word is try.
I have
Because
jump.
the-
Can I just roll jump?
The other vehicle suddenly guns it more. And of course, since you took your foot off the gas pedal, your truck has slowed down. And before you can jump, the entire truck T-bones and then starts flipping.
Whoa. Okay.
And the entire truck, Riley included, you all flip into the Potomac. And you hit hard. So, first of all, Riley, I need a Constitution roll from you at extreme difficulty. Crow, I will need the same
Constitution throw.
at extreme difficulty.
I mean, you got in the river. Oh, no!
Oh, no.
I'm not pushing it. I'm gonna see if I can somehow get out of
I'm
this.
dead. I'm literally dead. We are literally dead anyway. Are you sure?
Oh, no.
There might be a chance that I can scrap this.
Oh,
You
fuck.
There
guys
might be a chance.
are fucking lucky.
You took 4.
No, you took 20 because this was times 5.
Oh,
You guys
shit.
fell off a bridge, and you had essentially your truck land on top of you, and you're both unconscious in the river.
Oh, no.
Okay, so it took 20, so that does.
So this might have killed you.
What's the rule for dying again?
So I would say that. So
You're unconscious, but not dying, which means you're stable, but you're out fucking cold, right?
Hold on, let me consult the book because, again... So,
Because I'm
the
at
character is dying when their hit points are reduced to 0 and also have sustained a major wound. Record the current hit points as 0. So, either way, both of you are taking a major wound because this is a ass ton of damage. The character immediately falls unconscious. The player must make a con roll at the end of the next round and every round thereafter, which there will not be because you guys are currently floating down the Potomac. Kind of. And then... But normally, you would make a con roll at the end of the round, and every round thereafter. If one of these con rolls fails, the character dies immediately. Only a first aid can be used to stabilize a dying character. Medicine.
So what you're saying by you were lucky is you were not lucky.
So hold on, let me...
John, I have a constitution of 90, and that gives me 14 hit points.
I have 10.
I have 15 hit points.
I have 11.
Fucking shit.
So, do we get to roll a constitution then after that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a constitution.
And if it
At
fails,
extreme?
you're dead.
Or is it regular different?
It's regular,
Okay.
I believe.
Thank you.
Riley,
Are
stabilize.
you serious?
Would you like to push your roll?
Oh no.
Totally
Can you
push your
use
roll,
luck
or
points?
you can
use
Luck?
luck.
Do you have 10 points of luck left?
I have 49 points of luck left. I'm using that.
Yes!
Live!
Alright, you spend 10 points of luck.
Oh,
You also
shit.
stabilize and you float, but both of you are very much unconscious.
Oh, no.
Welcome to Call of Cthulhu, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, shit.
Where the game wants to kill you.
I mean, I'm good. I'm down with that, but fuck, man.
At this
Jesus.
point, I
Yeah.
agree.
So,
Scary.
You
or at 0 HP, both of you need to take your major wound box.
and both of you are currently unconscious.
Those are both ticks, and I'm at 0 HP.
Mhm.
So we will come back to you maybe.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So we're gonna. Is this it for us?
I was attached. You can't die yet. Oh, I might be dead too. Let's be real.
Eh.
TPK.
TPK! TPK!
TPK.
I mean, I'm sorry that it's that rough, but you guys.
Oh no, we knew going into
But
this.
you guys,
We knew
Goddamn.
going into this.
but it was
Our
a
dice hated
critical
us.
failure.
It was critical failure after critical failure after critical failure.
Uh-huh.
in a
In a
really
really
shitty
shitty
situation.
situation.
And
Yeah.
literally, you guys had an entire truck dumped on you.
Uh-huh.
So,
Fuck, man.
but for now, let us turn our attention over to our scholars.
Hi. We're less likely to survive this.
This is just a pilot episode for the main season. Don't worry. we as characters don't really matter. It's fine.
The next characters are investigating the murder of these four.
Exactly.
But Wallace, you see a shadow upon the wall,
Oh no.
and the thing that is concerning is it does not look like a human shadow. Some hunched over
I'll be back.
amalgamation. There are too many legs, and it seems to be creeping along the wall. And you cannot see what is casting said shadow. You are the only one who sees this. But as you see this, the whispers are whispering in your head.
Oh shit.
Shoddy like a melody in my head. Fuck.
What do you do?
Because
Because
currently Zoe
just has no clue.
You are the
She's
only-
asleep on her feet again. Kind of got Hunter's arm, like.
So Zoe doesn't see it. It's just a shadow on the wall, and when I glance back, there's nothing casting it.
Correct.
Does it look like a spider or just some horrifying amalgamation of legs and tentacles?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh no. I really don't want to know. I shouldn't have asked. Fuck.
I believe in you.
Regular?
Regular.
Oh boy, howdy. Please. Oh no, I know exactly what this is.
You
Apparently.
know exactly what this is as memories not of your own come to the
Oh, no.
forefront of your mind, and a
Oh.
guttural whisper in your mind, and the familiar feeling of heat. So you are going to lose 1d10 sanity.
Oh shit.
Fuck. Okay. Let me just roll that real quick. Just a d10.
Yep.
D1. 4.
You lose 4 sanity.
Oh!
Oh, Zoe, you don't know.
Yeah,
Oh.
Zoe, you don't know.
You don't know any of this is happening.
Oh.
So you're
I-
fine.
For some reason, I thought I heard my name, so.
Yep. And then,
You heard your name and that you have no idea this is
but
happening.
now comes the next part where you need to make a sanity check.
Okay. Remind me what I have to do that again.
Refer to your current sanity level, and you need to roll a D100 below your current sanity level.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh boy, howdy. Oh boy. Howdy.
So how utterly fussily ucked are you guys?
We about to find out.
Extremely.
I,
BK second section, guys. Let's do it.
Nope. 45. Nope.
Well, this was fun. As I had a really cool. I actually put effort into my backstory. Well, I didn't actually put effort into it, but John put effort into this backstory, and I wanted to make it. I wanted to see it through, but
It's not over
yet,
yet, friend.
friend.
Oh no. Oh no.
I am
Yeah, no, that's
terrified right
a
now.
fail. That's a fail on my end because I had to get under 45.
Okay,
I am very terrified right now.
you are actively going to start to panic.
Mm-hmm.
This is
This is
saying that you should not know what this is. You should not recognize this shape upon the wall, this shadow creeping towards you.
Is there a name for it?
And as you ask that, the guttural voice that seems so familiar yet so far away replies, a hint. So, a very, very dangerous creature.
Zoe.
Huh?
Run.
What?
Run. And I pull her along and we fucking book it.
Okay.
Fucking run. Fucking
Okay.
run.
Okay.
Run like you've never run before. Run.
Okay. Dexterity rolls from both of you. Regular.
Hunter, what's going on?
Fucking run. Fucking run.
But
But
yeah,
so Hunter mechanically,
you are now
going to gain the phobia of shadows.
Oh,
Okay. Fitting. Fuck. Nope.
Would you like to
Oh,
pick
no.
Your roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it.
Oh.
Yes.
You both start booking it.
And you make your way through the twists and turns of the alleyway. Hunter, you occasionally glance back and you see this shape on the wall constantly in pursuit. But eventually, you make another turn and light greets you. The glory of street lamps as you make your way into the main street and you look up the street. And it's the White House. You've
Oh shit.
into one of the more illuminated thoroughfares.
Stay in the light. Stay out of the shadows.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We need to rest. We need to rest.
Stay in the light.
Really
Stay in
bad.
the light. Stay
What
in the
do we
light.
do?
Stay in the light. We gotta stay in the light. If we stay on, we have to stay in the light.
Oh, okay.
So
He's like, his hands are shaking, and he's just like holding Zoe there in the street lamp, just to make sure she doesn't go into a shadow.
but the next thing you hear is internal. That deep rumbling voice. So it's like, walk in the light, but don't look in reflection. That is the way of losing a hint.
Walk in the light. Don't lose a reflection. Don't look at the reflection. Got it. Okay.
What?
Walk in
What
the
did
light. Don't look in reflections.
Well, good thing there are none here. I don't think.
Windows, puddles. Don't look in reflections. Walk in the light. Don't look in reflections.
Zoe?
Hunter, I know we've just met. Already, I care for you more deeply than I even thought possible. But it sounds a little bit strange. What's going on?
Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
Are you wearing your glasses?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I take
shit.
mine off. I take mine off. They're off.
So, Hunter, you glance over to Zoe.
And you see a shape in her glasses.
Fuck. Fuck.
Sanity check.
Another D100 under my limit.
Yep.
Success!
Hunter, what the hell?
Take the glasses off. Take them off. Reflections,
Okay.
take them off.
Okay.
I know you can't see, neither can I, but
Fuck.
not seeing is better than
Fuck.
seeing the shit that I'm seeing right now. So trust me on this. Fuck. He's actively shaking. There's a little bit of hyperventilation going on.
Same, because she doesn't hear or see what he's seeing or hearing, but
Zoe.
she is. Huh?
Spot hidden.
Oh.
You don't see it yet.
You want to. This is one of the ones you want to fail.
Mm-hmm. You want to think I'm crazy. You want to think I'm. Oh no.
You don't think. Oh, why?
What's your roll?
Yes, he'll do it.
Don't do it. No, this is the one you want to fail.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Zoe? You're not sure what is going on with Hunter, but it's definitely bizarre.
Yeah.
And
Seems to have come out of the blue. You're not nearly as weirded out as he is about
the twists and turns of the street.
No.
So
it isn't until the last second that you hear what sounds like the crinkling of glass behind you.
Oh shit! What? Who's behind us? What the...
Do you
I
Do you
turn-
turn to look?
Oh yeah.
I would be facing her. Because I was holding her in place.
Mm-hmm.
So would I already be seeing this shit? Well, glasses are off, so probably not.
So,
Should I make another spot hidden?
no,
No,
you turn around
and you don't see anything there. But what you do notice is what appears to be shards of glass laying in the cobbles at the edge of the light, glittering faintly.
What the? How did that get there? That wasn't there a moment ago.
Don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. Genuinely, don't think about it too much. Because you really don't want to fucking know. You really don't want to know. You don't want to know, okay? You really don't want to know.
At this point, I get closer to Hunter. It's like, okay, I believe you. There are weird things out there we don't understand. I've never known any myself. I read about them. I learn about them. Who's to say they're not real? They're just
They are.
myths,
They definitely
fables,
are.
legends.
No, they are. They are. All of it. All of it's real. All of that shit's fucking real.
Oh.
Don't think about that. Don't think about that. Don't think about that.
At this point, you hear footsteps.
Terribly mundane footsteps in the click of a cane. And as you both turn to look into the next pool of light cast by the light of the street lamp, stands a figure, older,
DK.
thinner, and wearing an rather odd cap, but one that Zoe is intimately familiar with. And looking at you through his round perched spectacles on the end of his nose is Dr. Von Braun. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Fuck!
Oh.
God damn it!
Shit.
Well, I found it.
Okay, I need to do a thing. Thank you.
Well, boys, we got it.
God.
Oh my god.
but ladies and gentlemen,
Fuck! Ah!
Oh, that's
Very
really
into the
suspenseful.
mystery, and already many things are exploding into motion, and things creeping and crawling in the dark skitter their way out of the shadows. I hope everyone tonight has enjoyed our romp into insanity. A very rapid ramp-up than what I was expecting, but sometimes when the dark dice gods demand a sacrifice, we must appease said dark god. But that is where we're going to end tonight's story, and I thank you all for tuning in and watching, whether that be on Twitch live here over at twitch.tv/Jodo1025 or on YouTube. So, but this has been Operation Cathedral, and we are doing this as part of our Extra Life charity drive.
That's right. It's for the kids. It's for the kids. It's fine.
Check down below for either the widget or the link to the Extra Life page, and maybe you can save a few souls from despair with your hard-earned money. A cup of coffee. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can entertain a little one. Not with this content, because God, I really hope
No.
for watching this, because this book is giving them nightmares already.
Giving me nightmares. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know. I was
Dr.
not
Bon
sure.
Bon standing there thinking.
God.
I don't care what his name is.
I was not sure this was gonna end well for us either. Holy
Yeah, no, that's accelerated very quickly.
Accelerated, huh?
Yep, but yeah, then part of the problem was then you two rapidly decelerated into the Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
So
It wasn't my best moment.
but let's do some shoutros and then let's bid adieu to our audience. So let's go ahead and start with Midnight Crow. Mr. Jevil, thank you so much for joining us from UK lands.
It's been my pleasure to be here.
So, but who are you, what do you do, and what can people find you on the interwebs if you so wish to be found?
Well, my name is Jevil the Devil, or you can just call me Jevil. But I also run, I run with a friend of mine a comic dub YouTube thing. It's called Mythical Wings. So if you wanna check that out, we've got a couple videos out already. Haven't really done much with it, but that might change in the future. Who knows?
Stuff there from.
Oh. And also, you can find me on the Seventh Circle of Hell, but you already know that.
So,
Oh,
next is
shit.
going to be Zoe Zimmerman. Kitty. So, who are
Also-
you? What do you do? And where can people find you if you wish to be found?
I am a website developer. You can find me my sites at wonderfulwitchoftheweb.com. I also have a Twitter, which I might change the name here at some point, but I'm not entirely sure because a lot of podcast people know me. Hello, all of you. I hope some of you are watching tonight. WebWitch81000 on Twitter. And I am definitely going to change my DeviantArt name, but it is short stuff 81000 for now. So yeah, and it will probably be Quirky Kitty 81 for my DeviantArt, and also my Twitter if I decide to change that. But like I said, I've already got a ton of mentions, so I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work out.
Excellent. Next is Miss Riley Thompson, the mystic safe. I will get it on the first try at some point. Tonight is
Not many people do. It's fine. So hi, I am Shadow Scythe, or just Scythe for short. You can find me on most social medias as actually Shadow Scythe on DeviantArt, Twitter. I even have a Facebook phase. Yes.
Phase.
The
Yes,
phase.
we all went through that Facebook phase.
But I also have a Facebook page as well. Twitter and Twitch. It's not that hard to find me. If you see Shadow Scythe, that's 99% me. Looking to be more active on social media, might be looking to freelance some stuff, so keep your eyes out and follow me.
Most excellent.
I already do.
So, and then last but certainly not least is Mr. Wallace.
Hello.
or
TK Senpai.
Yeah, I am your senpai. Senpai has noticed you. Be amazed. I.
Oh my God, Senpai!
Senpai has noticed you. Whoever would have guessed?
Sparkle's here.
As you can see, I'm a bit of a dweeb, so I draw, I do stuff. Occasionally, I stream. Might do that next weekend, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I'm TK Senpai on Twitter. I don't have a Facebook. I used to have a Tumblr, and then they did stupid shit, so fuck them. I'm TK Senpai on Pillow Fort if you have a Pillow Fort. I'm hardly ever on there at the moment, but also on Fur Affinity because I'm a fucking furry. Who would have guessed that shit? No.
Hey,
The
high
ears
five.
in the corner? Who knows? Yeah.
What the heck is Pillow Fort?
Pillow Fort. It's kind of a Tumblr-esque thing. It's
Ah.
really like new at this point.
I'm the
so
2.0.
kind of.
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I do stuff. I do random shit. If you want to find me, I'm around. So, yeah.
I did do character art, so the first place I think I'm going to post them is DeviantArt, probably. And then maybe Twitter next, because
You might want to save that because we might have to roll new characters next week. Huh?
Yeah,
Mm.
we might all be dead next time. So who fucking knows?
But to
But
find
to find
out,
out,
we will have to come back in
in
2 weeks.
Oh boy.
So,
Weeks.
but ladies and gentlemen, I am Jodo 1025, and
dear,
here,
please
mute
your mic.
your mic.
TK.
Sorry.
Yep. But the joys of having two very sensitive mics in the same room.
Of course.
Hi, that's my husband.
But I am Jodo1025. I have been your keeper of law and fate this evening, and you can find me obviously here on Twitch. Definitely tune in on Wednesday coming up this week for Titans of Maran, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure. So that will be Wednesday the 26th. We go live at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, where my cast is currently, well, most of them are in jail.
Yeah.
So, but they have been given a mission, and they will endeavor to do said mission, despite not enjoying the mission giver. But also, you could find me over at Lucas G Varieties channel over at twitch.tv/LucasGVariety, where this coming Sunday, so 2 days, so tomorrow is the 23rd. For the Macross Plus saga, where I play as Ivan Suranova.
Oh shit, it's that one. That's great. I like Ivan. Ivan's good shit, yo.
So, where we are actually bringing the season to a close with the Miss Macross pageant, and we'll see what drama comes out of that. So, but ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for taking the time to join us this evening. So, but I wish you all a very good night, a very quiet night, and remember. Sorry, what is it you wish to say?
Before we sign off, I would like to mention one more thing. I wrote a crossover D&D module, just little one-shots. If you like Pokemon, if you like modern day, real world, whatever, you would like Mayhem at the Knight's Inn. Find it on the DM's Guild for $1. Sorry, your mention of the Titans just totally made me remember. So.
All right. But good night, all. Sleep well, and just keep in mind that the Watcher watches in the house with no walls. Have a lovely evening.